yes, I can lose this fight. Not many people say, well, yes, I can. Of course I can. He's very good at what he does. Do I think I'm going to lose the fight? Absolutely fucking not, no. I'm going to beat him. I'm going to stop him. I'm going to break his heart. And you look in my eyes when you say that, and I tell you now, mate, no, every single person will believe when I'm saying it. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get the monster. It's time to let a monster catch a monster. I'm telling you now, mate, I'm going to find a way. As good as he is, as great as he is, he's meeting someone with something inside him. I can't even put it into words what goes through my head. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I just know I'm going to punch him in the face really, really, really hard on Saturday night.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
BoxingVoice.com.
Dollar D Beyonce production.
I must be the greatest. Let's get that done. I've been here before and I know what it takes. It's hard work, dedication. BoxingVoice.com. Mayweather is. Must be the greatest.
Win, lose, or draw, we coming to fight. Ain't nobody take that away. We're coming to fight.
They do what they can, I do what I want.
When you look at how he throws that left hook, it starts out really low. We're going to see what kind of character he has.
Oh, and the lefts and rights by Maidana. And it's all Marcos Maidana here. And a lot of those punches off his shoulder.
I think anybody out there listening or your kid, anybody, think that that's a dangerous deal to make. I think it's perfect. That's it.
15 minutes. Can you be slow for 15 minutes? Can you? Listen, the concentration is leaving a little bit. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Some things about we got to deal with the body shots. I don't think you want to be.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another flagship edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. And I hope you're not slow when you've already subscribed to the YouTube channel, because we have done a few shows today, and you should be getting your boxing fix from early this morning with our every single day morning show edition at 9 a.m. Eastern time. And like some of our listeners told me, hey, this is an international global show, much like Floyd Mayweather. So we got to give those times for all locations. So Central, that would be 8 a.m.
Yep, 2 o'clock UK.
West Coast, you're waking up real early at
6 a.m.
6 a.m. And UK, you guys are going to have lunch with us every day at 2 p.m. Or, at least a little tea and biscuits or whatever the hell you guys do over there across the pond. But we're here today to discuss an undisputed fight that is taking place across the pond. And leave it to Eddie Hearn. This is something that's never happened before on UK soil. So Oleksandr Usyk, the undisputed and Ring Magazine champion, will put all his hardware on the line versus UK's own bad boy, Tony Bellew. And I believe because of this press conference, I am more of a fan, but we'll get into the details. Press conference, fight, predictions, who's going to win. Oleksandr Usyk versus Tony Bellew. That is our main topic today. Also in the UK on DAZN, so you can catch that on your app. Speaking of DAZN, we'll be checking out Briedis versus Noel, Gevor, and also my guy Krzysztof Glowacki versus someone I've never heard of. But hey, you got to watch the ones you never heard of when you got to watch the ones you never heard of. And what better time to watch someone you never heard of when he's facing Glowacki, who you know is going to come on and put on a show. Speaking of guys that put on a show, it will be his last hurrah, and let's see if he goes out with a bang. He's been in the ring with Keith one-time Thurman. He has a win over Andre Bertha, who shared the ring with Floyd Mayweather. I'm talking none other than Jesus Soto Carras, who had an all-out war 2 times with Mike Jones, former top-ranked fighter. He's going to be taking on the new fighter from Golden Boy, Neeco Macias. Never heard of Neeco. Looks like a Hollywood actor or something. They call him the Rooster. We'll find out. Thursday night fights on ESPN. That is tonight. But don't check that out until after you're done checking us out. Eddie Hearn revealed today that he has spoken to Tom Loeffler and has potentially put together a Callum Smith versus Gennady Golovkin fight for the WBA and Ring super-middleweight titles somewhere in the UK in May. Now, you know what we gotta argue about is how the fuck is Callum Smith Ring Magazine champ at 168? Just crazy. But other topics to talk about, obviously Floyd Mayweather saying that his fight is not on. Mikey Garcia saying, hey, wait a minute, this fight is not done. I don't know what they're talking about, AT&T Stadium. Robert Guerrero doing a 360 and coming back out of retirement, and it's said to be on a Deontay Wilder card. I don't know if this is a smart move or bringing people out of the dumpster. I just don't get it. Floyd Mayweather, like we said, claims the fight is off. Urokis Gamboa, speaking of dumpsters, coming out of nowhere. He's going to be fighting in Miami versus Miguel Beltran. Arthur Spielka, the dumpster gets heavy. Not that these guys belong in one. Just metaphorical dumpster, like you lost, you took some L's, we've kind of forgotten you, and you're trying to climb your way out of that dumpster. Arthur Spielka is going to be fighting in Poland along with, I can't even pronounce his first name, but you all know him by Selecki, formerly most known for losing to Daniel Jacobs, will make a return in Poland. Then we got Cecilia Breakus. We got some inside information from our very own Las Vegas and LA correspondent, Daniel Alvarez, who's been staying close to this Breakus fight because it may be a Jessica McCaskill fight. Maybe not this time, but soon, and he'll give you the details. Speaking of details, again, James DeGale versus Chris Eubank in negotiations, pushed around, still being talked about, but damn, that was a mouthful. A lot of topics, felt like a 10-minute intro. Let's get it started.
Boxingwords.com. I've been doing this. I ain't been up and fell off. I've been through the Lennox Lewis era, the Nassim Hamed era, the Sugar Shane Moses era, the Oscar De La Hoya era, Mark Anthony era. I've been through all the eras, and I still been telling
You do too much talk. The thing is this. People want their subjective preferences to be the objective reality.
HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing.
Boxingwords.com.
So one of the biggest fights we got going on this weekend is going to be pretty much just like a Rocky story. Just like Tony Bellew, he made his acting debut as the antagonist role in 2015 in the 7th Rocky franchise film, in the Creed movie. He played as Pretty Ricky Conlan, but now he's Tony Bellew, and he's going to be Adonis Johnson, and the Pretty Ricky Conlan is going to be Alexander Usyk. So his whole entire story is definitely a movie. We're going to get into that whole entire situation. In addition to it, we're going to talk about Neeco, who has, I think, the 3rd most punches thrown in any weight classes of all time. We're going to go a little bit more into that and other details about the fights in Floyd Mayweather. We're going to pass it to the other host.
But do Neeco's punches hurt, though?
And the main thing we cannot forget is I am the unified heavyweight champion of the world.
Dylan White, Derek Chisora, Big Baby Miller, Joe Joyce. You can all have it, Dominic Brazil, whoever else is in America too. All of it.
Boxingwords.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Who cares about Gamboa? Who cares about Breakhouse? Who cares about anything? Tony Bellew, by the end of Saturday night, is going to be the undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world. I'm so hyped for this. This is, for me, bigger than any AJ fight. Yes, I'm a Tony Bellew fan, and yes, it's maybe people say a heart pick, but I don't give a fuck what anyone says. So let's get out to some of the others.
I just ask that you don't take it personal when he loses.
I'll be good. He's not meant to win.
Believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss. 2 to stand over.
Turn up.
Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million.
And I'm in.
Boxingwords.com.
Yo. What's up, baby? We're back with another one. Thursday Flagship Edition. The biggest story of the day to me, in my opinion, maybe because he's my favorite fighter, well, one of my favorite fighters, Chris Eubank will not be in action this December. Oh, man. I was so looking forward to seeing him back in the ring, but he will be back in the ring sometime early next year. Also, we have my good friend, Rob's guy, Tony Bellew, one of the bomber, going to fight Usyk. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to pick the underdog this week. I'm gonna do my guy Rob a favor and not put that stigma on motherfucking Tony Bellew. I'm going with Usyk, and I'm gonna pass it over to Daniel or to Cass. What's going on, y'all?
So your brother's bound and gagged, and they've chained him to a chair. Won't you please come to Chicago?
Chicago, Las Vegas, LA, New York, wherever you guys want me to be, that's where I'm at. I like to travel. Ringwalk Danny. What's going on, y'all? You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ringwalk Danny. A lot to talk about today. Obviously, the Usyk and Bellew fight. To me, I was telling off-air Mike and Ron G the other day. To me, I think this is the biggest fight in the UK this year. As I feel just like the significance, the story, the underdog, just everything surrounding the fight. To me, this fight's the biggest fight of the year. Obviously, Joshua fights over there. I'm not talking about asses in the seats or pay-per-view buys, but just the significance of the fight itself. Also tonight on ESPN 2, I believe, we have Neeco Macias and Jesus Soto Caras. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know which one, but when they announced it the other night, they said each fighter was at number 1 and number 2 for most punches ever thrown in a boxing match. So it should be a slugfest. No defense. They're going to leave that at home. Also, obviously, basically, I think my boy Floyd got catfished. So we're gonna bring that up, and let's get over to Kaz.
What's up, man? I just want to say I saw part 2.
Stay focused, stay working my jab. Nice boxing voice.
Because if you come to fight, then I'm not to look for it, man.
I saw part 2.
I think you accurate.
Yes, I'm back. Hashtag YDKSAB. It's that kind of weekend. So, my favorite topic right now is Floyd stepping out of that fight. Was it hype? Of course, Tony Bellew is another fight. I know Gamboa. I kind of don't care about the matchup, but I do care about that name. So I'll go to Andre Ward's quote, talk is cheap. All you have to do is check boxrec.com. I'm there. What's up?
And real quick, before we get started, we got a super chat from Jack Kilsby. It took Bellew 4 rounds to knock out a one-legged David Haye, but apparently he's going to beat Usyk. Haha, delusional, crying face emoji.
Why we got it real quick before we get started? There you go. We started now.
I feel like I think that's the first topic, and then maybe that's like a nice thing to like set it up.
Hey, can we get to Rob? Like, can we do that?
Rob already did it.
I thought we did that.
We did that.
Put your earphones in, Danny.
He got it was just so much. Everybody was just running laps as they intro. So
I think Danny's just sipping on Grandpa's old stash and is already feeling the effects of the alcohol. But let's talk Usyk, man. Usyk is a funny guy, man. I watched the press conference video, and I really wish this guy knew some English. He has some funny mannerisms that are entertaining. Makes some pretty cool faces. But you have to assume everything. I don't like it. So honestly, I hope Bellew wins. I'm whatever. People say it all the time in the chat, like I'm biased if you don't fight in America and shit like that. So like, no longer is it me being biased because you don't fight in America now that we got DAZN, but I'm gonna still root for the English-speaking fighter. Like Usyk, I mean, I like him, and he's going to win. He's gonna outbox Tony Bellew. I went back and watched Bellew footage. I mean, Makabu is who I think Rob was like, I don't know, bringing a house down the other day about. And it's like, bro, that dude decked him, put him down. He did a somersault backflip, semi-tuck-tuck. It was ridiculous.
But unlike Jose, he sprung straight back up, carried on fighting, and knock him the fuck out.
Oh, that's beautiful that you want to compare a world-class, elite-level fighter.
Oh, I can't do jokes.
To a less than amateur. That's great barometer. Great barometer.
Yo, serious. Didn't we say earlier today that Cassidy Channing got caught because he was slipping? Maybe Bellew was slipping that night too. It happens.
Was he slipping? Was he slipping when he was put to sleep by Adonis Stevenson at 175?
I mean, some fighters the way fighters make. I'm not trying to make excuses, but it sounds like it.
Sounds like you are.
Yeah, no, but the way fighters make weight, maybe that 175 was too big of a drop for Tony Bellew.
Oh, so you're saying weight could have been the issue, meaning that he's coming from heavyweight back down to a weight he hasn't fought on in a long time, so he could have the same issue again?
I don't even at heavyweight, he was like 214, 215. It wasn't like he was 230. He's not losing motherfucking 30 some pounds to make cruiserweight.
Well, actually, he did say he lost 30 pounds. He said, I don't normally say this, and fighters don't normally tell you, but I've lost 30. Well, he probably said stone because that's what they deal with over there. But I'm sure Rob, his cheerleader, knows better than I.
Yeah, he put on. Hang on, let me get my cheerleader. He put on 36 pounds when he'd fit. I think and he's cut down. He should make it. He's looking good.
Fat camp? Was this fat camp, or were they actually working on something?
He went on a serious no carbs diet or something for X amount of time, and then he's hit the gym, and he was about 4 days out. He had like 3 pounds to lose. That was it.
Shit, Cash, wait a minute. You do a lot of diets. You've done keto. You've done other things. I mean, low carbs. Does Bellew even have energy for this fight?
I mean, you get energy.
No, actually, no carbs.
Yeah, you get energy from fat. You know what I'm saying? The no carb thing is a real deal. You know, that's
high
keto.
protein.
Yeah, I don't have to have carbs
the keto
for energy. So yeah, Tony Bellew.
Hell yeah, my eye puffy do the spawn because I'm out here getting it. I ain't like you pussies. I'm in the fucking ring.
Nez is cranky.
I was gonna ask you that. I thought that was like allergies.
No, actually,
I was in the ring with Billy Zhang Bang. You feel me?
No, actually, he was in the bed with a fat Brazilian that sat on his face.
Don't do it. We got super chat from Tony Temper. Bellew is going to sleep if he lands the fight. I predict that Usyk will be robbed. UK fan.
Well, let's address it. I mean, Tony Bellew always had these type of dramatic competitive fights. If it was from Nathan Cleverly, Isaac Chilembe, like in general, he's always had these very tough fights. Never looked like a blue chip fighter. So for that, I mean, his career has always been this underdog story, and that's what makes, I guess, Tony Bellew exciting. Even with the David Haye fight, we know David Haye was beyond his prime. He was still picked as an underdog because
I watched that David Haye fight today. Like anybody, and Ron, you know, I could stay talking to you because you at least have watched fights and gone back. David Haye was undisputed, just like Usyk at cruiserweight, and he had a chin, bro. I mean, what the fuck happened in that Bellew fight? He was getting dropped with left hooks. Like, it don't even make sense. Why? I mean, I don't know.
David Haye's got a chin, but Bellew was dropping him 4 or 5 times. So can we say Tony Bellew's got some pop?
No, Rob, I think you misunderstood everything I said. I asked Ron a question.
I think you said David Haye had a chin.
Exactly. I said, you remember the undisputed Haye at cruiserweight? What happened to him? Remember the picture I put in the production chat today when he faced the 7-foot dude? What happened to him? Because the shell of him versus Bellew was sad to see. But as a Bellew fan, I'm sure you looked at it with different eyes, and that's understandable.
What's that age-old quote? It's hard to get out of bed when you're sleeping on satin sheets. When David Haye started making money, maybe it should start change.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I think
your chin goes.
Yo, listen, let's not forget David Haye was the first to bring one of the first to bring big time boxing to YouTube. When he made his comeback, on YouTube and got the attention of all the promoters that were trying to, you know, kind of say he was done or out of, you know, washed up or whatever the case may be. I mean, he resurrected Bellew's career for sure.
We got a super chat from Dave C. Michael Carpenter just announced a potential Badou Jack and Marcus Brown fight for first quarter of 2019.
Man, they've been mentioning Badou Jack and Marcus Brown as with potential fights for a long time. You know, whatever, dude. I mean, I'm of the mindset at this point. Both of those names have done, you know, poor jobs sticking up to like what they said they was gonna do. It's not their fault. But I'm just like, I'm waiting for something to be on paper, like signed, sealed, and delivered. Like, I'm tired of rumors. Like, Marcus was in mega rumors already. And Badou Jack as well. he was supposed to be fighting Adonis. That was the rumor, right? Like a rematch. I mean, it's just same thing with Marcus. He was supposed to be with Beterbiev, and then with Kovalev, and it's just like when's the last time they fought? Does anyone even know?
Well, didn't Badu Jack just fight this summer against Superman, Adonis Stevenson?
Yeah, and then Marcus Brown fought on the Undercard in the Andre Berto and Devin Alexander.
Look at that though. This summer? You mean
it might have been August 28th?
Yeah. So Marcus Brown fought August 4th, and the Badu fight was May. So obviously Badu's been out for a minute, but we're in November.
Marcus been out 120 days easy. That's a long time.
Just said he fought in August.
That's 4 months ago. 120 days, Playboy.
That sounds like a long time. You're right.
It's about three months, but yeah.
No, it ain't. Oh, you mean literally is about 3 months because of the date of the fight? Because from August to November should be 4 months.
So how long has Robert Guerrero been out the ring?
Oh, but he's retired though. Like, so it don't matter when he comes back because we know he's coming out of retirement like Floyd.
How long has Manny Pacquiao been out of the ring?
Come on, man.
Pacquiao for Macias.
Was Errol Spence been out the ring?
Don't do that now. We got, you know what I'm saying?
We can do this forever. We can do Gervonta Tank Davis and just end it all.
Well, can't do Terrence. But anyway, if Tony Bellew wins, how do we see him winning? If I see him winning, it's not going to be on points, period. It's going to be a knockout.
I mean, I think it could be a knockout. Like the left hook seems to have legitimate power. I just don't know how much. Like, is it elite level power? Because Macaboo ain't that. You know what I'm saying? None of them dudes he was beating is that. And that's what I'm saying. David Haye was a shell of himself. I wish David Haye wasn't. Then it's like, oh shit, Bellew is nice. But he's chinny though. He can be put down. Which is a 10-8 round. And he likes to paw with the jab. He leaves it out there a lot, but he's skillful with it too. He rakes on the guard a lot and tries to rip open your guard with that. And he's sneaky with the left hook to the body. He punches in combination. It's going to be interesting to see, can he do all the things that he's done in the past versus someone like Usyk who's going to be moving and punching and moving. See, that's the difference. He's fought these plotting slow-footed fighters like Macaboo and David Haye. Those dudes they're cement in the boots. But Usyk is a ballerina, and we shall see. It's sad. FanDuel, this is how unpopular Tony Bellew is in America, that FanDuel, and we'll be doing the show tomorrow or Saturday on My Boxing Bet, Usyk versus Bellew, but FanDuel has the undercard with Ricky Burns and Scott Cradle instead of the main event. This is insane. The main event isn't even on FanDuel. I got to go outside of my favorite, not favorite because it's not like favorite traditional sense that I love it, but favorite because it's at least an American fucking betting website, right? But
that sounds like a fucking shit American betting website, to be honest. I don't think that's on Tony Bellew that he's not popular.
So
how can the betting site not have the undisputed cruiserweight championship, whether it's in the UK, whether it's fucking on the moon or whatever? That's just a shit betting site, Nez.
I use William Hill.
I think it's a testament to the two guys, bro. Like, Bellew hasn't crossed over here. You can say whatever you want about Ron's intro.
Ricky Burns and Scott Cardle have, Nez.
Excuse me. If you give me a moment, I'll explain. Yes, they have. Ricky Burns has fought Terrence Crawford, who's remained in the media. Unlike Tony Bellew, whose biggest thing is Adonis Stevens and Adonis Creed, and the only link to Adonis Creed, which was more casual fandom, was Ward, and Ward's retired.
Hey, bro, maybe it's just that whack ass betting site though, because like on Bovada. Yeah. I'm Bovada, bro. You can get motherfucking Tony Bellew.
I'm Bovada. You could get anybody and their mother. I use William Hill, which is a very
no. Just stop it. It's on there. You guys just making this along. It's on there. I just checked.
It's on where?
It's on FanDuel.
Oh, it's on FanDuel.
What's at the very bottom, underneath the Floyd Mayweather and Khabib bets.
Oh, okay.
But that's weird because it's is scheduled by dates.
No, not necessarily.
It's not. I just go to boxing.
That's how it is on my app. Look.
Yeah, just scroll to the bottom.
But you see the dates though, right? You see the dates in order?
They probably left that one out of it.
That's cool. That's cool. Listen, I want to bet on it. Damn. Yo, this is what, hey, look, I'm going to have to say it.
Sensitive people on Saturday night.
Exactly. I'm going to have to say it, bro. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to put Rob on, like, you know, antennas.
Say what you want.
Don't do it.
But I feel it. I feel it. All right, I won't do it. I won't do it.
Say it. Don't be a pussy.
It'll be an inside joke.
Don't be a pussy. Say it.
Yo, dude, I'm American. Calling me a pussy don't mean shit. I started.
That's why you call it every other fucker. Yeah, all right.
I started that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at James. Ness with the disinformation. Nice work.
Yeah. Nez with the disinformation. Crawford fights fucking Ricky Burns in England, and suddenly FanDuel go, "Oh, I know that Ricky Burns guy."
I mean, to be fair, in 2013 when Tony Bellew fought Adonis Stevenson, they did 1.3 million views on HBO, and it was making the 5th most watched bout on 2013. So it's not that bad.
Not bad at all.
But I guess
Adonis was he was like, dude, he was being trained by Emmanuel Stewart. He moved up in weight, took on the lineal champion Chad Dawson, starched him, called out Ward, then Kovalev. I mean, he had so much momentum. Then he fucked it up by going to Showtime. Remember, that's when he took the dip, but Adonis was red hot. He bounced up from Friday Night Fights, ESPN. Remember, ESPN and Showtime used to do business together in a way that they would always pluck the best out of it. They plucked Monroe, they plucked Algieri, and they definitely plucked Adonis off of Friday Night Fights. He came up beating Noel Gonzalez and bullshit dudes like the dude Don the Bomb Donovan George, you know what I'm saying? But blowing them the fuck out. So HBO was like, come up
hey,
here.
bro. How good is Eddie, man? He got this guy at the Macabre and BJ Flores. He got him 2 David Haye fights and an undisputed title fight. Putting some money in his pocket.
No, but what you mean? I mean, look, I can't discredit Eddie. He's doing a wonderful job. He's doing a wonderful job, but like, you gotta admit that things have fell into place for him perfectly. Like, it's easy, in my opinion, to give Usyk a fight if you have the money. And what they have is the UK. I can't deny that. Like, it's an event. You're offering Usyk an event, and he's European anyway, so it's like a perfect fit. It's more difficult for Bob Arum to offer him something. It's not there. Tony Bellew has the movie with Adonis Creed. You know, he has the link to Adonis Stevenson, you know, and he has a great story. Regardless of what I may think of that level of opposition or any intangibles that came with that fight, any details that are being omitted, he still beat Makabu for a vacant title, and then he moved up and beat a name in the heavyweight division. How viable was that name? Physically, that's up to you to decide. Put your money on it like Rob.
I'm on it. But anyway, say what you wanted to say, Nez. I'm interested now. Say what you wanted to say. What's this inside joke?
Should have been on overtime, buddy.
Oh no, man. He was just gonna say he thought Bellew.
Oh, look at this guy.
Probably
this guy. Oh my God, such a softie, yo.
What's in it, bro? Damn, for you could just coming out. All right, but anyway, what's the, are we doing picks?
Hold on.
I'm not.
What?
I just think
you put your money down. Never mind.
Yeah, I just think Tony Bellew, whatever you think of him, I don't think he's going to go out like Gassiev, hardly throwing a punch, not going out on his shield. Look, Bellew's not supposed to win this. We all know that, but I just think he's going to find a way. Maybe I've just fallen for all the shit he's been saying, but I think he will find a way. He will let his hands go. He will put Usyk under pressure, but I think he's got to do it early, because if Usyk settles into a rhythm, you can wait in a second. If Usyk settles into a rhythm and starts doing his thing, it's going to get harder and harder and harder. But I think Bellew is going to he'll just keep going till the 12th. And if it's not good enough, it's not going to be good enough. But I just believe he's going to land one and put Usyk in trouble. And let's find out if this amazing, superior boxer can actually fight.
In the hopes of Rob, I hope my streak continues. I'm going Usyk.
Well, hold on. I mean, prior to that,
you're trying to curse Usyk by picking him because you've always picked the wrong pick since you came on the show. Is that what you're saying? You got to be clear with what you're saying in case there's a casual fan.
I got a streak going on right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm the hottest thing on this side of the planet. You feel me?
Cold.
Hot, cold, whichever you when you want to say. To make it,
well, hot means you get it.
I'm just saying, like,
cold is far from hot.
If a nigga say, boy, you cold as a motherfucker, that's kind of a compliment. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
True.
But anyway, so I could be cold, I could be hot. I got like 7 in a row in the wrong direction.
Yeah, 7 in a row wrong though.
In the wrong direction.
Yeah, like in the wrong column.
I mean, I don't make the columns.
I mean, the loser, right? Like the L, like the fighter that you picked lost.
All I know is a W and an L on one side. I got all L's.
Okay, so you on the lost side.
But I think, Mike, going forward, you need to start building your credibility. Start picking.
I am building my credibility up, baby. I'm on here every day.
No. I think you need to start trying to get picks right.
Oh, get something right.
Don't pick Usyk because you want Bellew to win. Because of your
I got Usyk. Damn it. You said get something right. You said get something right, Rob. I got Usyk.
I think Mike has been trying to pick his picks. I think.
No, yeah, Mike is just he's a guy that has his heart on his sleeve.
Yeah.
So.
If you got a good story, I'm fucking with you heavy.
You're like casual fan. Casual falls, and that's why we call you 2.0, because casual fan falls for the story too.
Like Buatsi, I don't give a fuck who he faced. He got a good story. He from Nigeria, graduated college, now he's boxing. That's a story.
That's a story. Listen, I wasn't trying to cut Rob off either. I was just trying to get everyone else's attention because I did want to play the audio again because he's right. Someone could get easily caught up in what Bellew's saying. Like, I've been doing Bellew research all day, and it's like, that motherfucker talks the talk. He could talk.
What got me was fucking Sideshow Bob when he called that fucking David Hay. Called him Sideshow Bob. That shit was hilarious.
Because of the hair. But look, let's be honest. David Hay got a career after boxing.
Oh, yeah.
Bellew doesn't. You know what I mean? I mean, not that he doesn't literally, because he obviously sits down for Sky. But yeah, David Hay can do well. They'll give David Hay a talk show or something. Like, come on.
Okay.
So here's my overall process on the whole fight.
Swag than Bellew.
Where you look at this fight, do you give Bellew any type of credit? Like, if let's say he makes a competitive, let's say it is a Rocky move, he's getting his ass kicked, he's outboxed, and then he makes a dramatic ending, and it's like, you know, Usyk's in trouble, but didn't have enough time, didn't get to 12th round on some Martinez and Chavez Jr. kind of stuff, like last minute hoorah.
Wait. So just one round for Bellew, given the Martinez Chavez fight.
So granted, even if you lose,
he'll get a rematch. He'll get a rematch in the 0-2.
But would this be the definitive Rocky moment? Like, would people be extremely satisfied, even if he gets destroyed and he makes a late round or makes it competitive, even if he loses?
I think so, because of who he is, bro. He's from the UK. They got enough people to push the agenda. So
like me.
So if it's like, Tony Bellew rallied late and fought like a warrior. He went out on his sleeve. He almost had it. A few more seconds, he would have had it, but he got literally outboxed for 11 rounds. That's good enough for them. It's always good enough for them. It's like weird, you know? It's like Kelbrook having a trilogy before his first big fight. That's okay with them. So I think he'll do good. The problem is if he has something like that, he already said numerous times that he won't fight again, but Eddie's kind of like flirting in the media, you know, kind of poking the bear with Bellew to see if it's true. Like I heard something in the press conference, kind of, you know, he says it's over, but he might not be, you know, and then Tony gave him a little grin. So you just never know, man. Money's a motherfucker. We heard, look, Floyd was about to get his ass out of retirement, right? So Bellew might never go into retirement. If he wins this, bro, imagine. You think Ward ain't coming out of retirement if he wins this shit?
Adonis Stevenson also, Adonis Stevenson also said, Adonis Stevenson also said,
Adonis is political. He's attached to Heyman. He, you know, it's just, but
the better story is Ward. What's the better story? You get a guy who's coming out of retirement, alleged pound for pound, and they both were in the movie together. Two coming out on
Yeah, how many
Thanksgiving.
months since he fought last? Andre Ward?
No, Google it. But you know what though? Which one is a better win for Bellew in the sense that it's actually possible? Like Ward has had. Enrique is going to find out how many months exactly he's been out the ring, and Adonis is.
Hold on, Ness.
Adonis is getting old. Maybe he could get it now.
Ward last fall, June 17th of last year at the Mandalay Bay. That was a rematch with Kovalev. That was his last fight, June 17th of 17. Yeah.
So that's over a year in. That was 2018 or 17?
17.
Just about a Floyd Mayweather come out of retirement time. Floyd takes 18 months, so maybe Ward could do it. I mean, Ward and Bellew was a fight I always wanted. I liked it. I mean, Ward wanted it. He wanted to make that his first UK big fight.
Now, don't tell me go look up Google, but I do remember Deontay Wilder going to the UK, and there's a little bit of face off with Tony Bellew.
Oh yeah. Bellew wanted to fight him, then he met him, and he was like, "Nah, he's too big."
He said, "No, fuck that." He said he put his arms around him, and like he was like, "Holy shit!" They kind of embraced, and he was like, his arms completely wrapped around me. He could scratch his own face with his hand, and he's like, "Fuck that." But about Bellew in his retirement, he said on an interview with Sky Sports that the worst thing that can happen in a sick kind of way is that he knocks Usyk out in like the second round, and he's like, "Fuck that, I'm good. I'm gonna fight again." He said, "But my wife will divorce me if I fight again." But in the build up to all this thing, it was almost like Andre Ward was saying, "You go and beat Usyk, and you've got your fight." There was all little rumors of that, and then wasn't Ward sort of posting things, and it was making people raise their eyebrow, like, "Oh, he's got training."
Contender, so he was spawning Contender. So the stuff that he posted, but I think that he can come back. I think he come back.
Yeah, but everyone else obviously doing their pick.
Well, really quick, let me get to the comments here, right? Someone is asking Rob. James Parker keeps asking Rob over and over. Ask Ness, who did he pick in the Bellew fight? So the honest truth is, Mr. Parker, Bellew, Hay won. Obviously, like the rest of the world, I picked Hay because Hay no one knew he was going to get injured with the Achilles heels. We didn't know. But after he got injured, I didn't pick him in the second. I knew Bellew would win. You ain't coming back from that injury. So, you can act like that injury didn't happen and he beat two David Hayes, that were in their prime. Okay. But yeah, I'm going Usyk. Decision. I don't think he can knock out Bellew. He's not a knockout guy, in my opinion.
I'm going Usyk as well. Just going by what Andre Ward said, use BoxRec. I do see David Hayes 2 times, and then I see another loss against Adonis Stevenson. So that means when it steps up, the competition is real.
Look at that. And you're a casual fan. That's the thing that Rob don't get. Names mean something.
And he's been knocked out once.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Usyk. I mean, volume punches matter, and if Tony can't land that one punch, that's his only game plan, then it's not gonna work because he's gonna rely on chance and hope more than actually boxing.
Bellew was knocked out once, right, Kaz?
Yeah, he was.
At one point, he wasn't. He hadn't been knocked out, so.
But his record is not that great. But I can understand why you're picking him. I can understand why you picking him.
Who's on Usyk's record, Kaz?
From the United Kingdom. I think I saw Usyk fight, to be quite honest with you, in Barclays Center.
Who did he fight?
Yo, why are you trying to see if Enrique knows, or are you questioning Usyk's resume?
No, I'm questioning both.
He fought Marco Huck in New York.
Yeah, that's a good bit of reading. Well done.
Boom.
He even went with the fucking location. Yeah,
your friend, bro.
Yeah. He's going to give me the attendance in a minute. Look.
Nah, I'm not. I was there. I can tell you the fight card. I remember that was a good fight. Marco Huck. Matter of fact, also the other guy from Philly was there.
Cunningham,
yeah. And he took a loss. Wrong. I might be wrong, but yeah, I remember
who's on Bellew's resume?
Let him just press back.
I mean, I already told you the 2 recognizable names, David Hay and Adonis Stevenson.
So BJ Flores isn't recognizable to you?
Rings a bell, but I don't know.
What about Iguana Macaboo?
What about Nathan Cleverly? Nathan Cleverly?
Nope.
No, that one. No.
That's some like YouTube fights.
What about Isaac
Mayweather McGregor card?
Yo, what about Isaac got robbed the first fight, Chilemba?
I know Chilemba. He's on Instagram. I don't know him as a fighter.
What about Edison
Miranda
from Colombia?
Yeah, I remember him. He beat Kelly Pavlik.
No, he did not beat Kelly Pavlik. Kelly Pavlik beat his ass. I was telling Mike about this other day.
Edison beat somebody that made a name for himself. Nah, nobody.
I mean, Edison was in some fights, so he made a name for himself. He had knockout power. He had some, you know, HBO back then did good jobs. They were the only network really in business, so he made a name.
I think he lost to Arthur Abraham first. Then later he got a chance to fight Kelly Pavlik and lost. And then he later fought like Andre Wards and things like that. But he was known as the big puncher.
Off of Edison Miranda.
Listen, let's shift over, right? We got the undercard.
Hold on. Can I get my pick in?
Oh, you picked the Rock Nation hat. He wants to.
So I'm gonna say this. I am picking Usyk by decision, but quite frankly, I was telling Ron and Mike the other day, like everything in my heart is telling me to pick Bellew. But just for the pick's sake, I am gonna pick Usyk by decision. I do think it's gonna be extremely close. Usyk was touched in the Michael Hunter fight. He had a tough majority decision win over Briedis, right? So everything in my heart is telling me pick Bellew, but
oh shit, dog, keep talking. You ain't got.
I was just saying that to me that's my pick. What's that right there? Oh damn, those some nice odds right there.
Dan, don't let me highlight. Oh, yeah, it's highlighted.
So as far damn plus 1700 Tony Bellew on points. So as far as betting,
you see it.
As far as betting though, I am putting my money on Bellew just because he has way more than a puncher's chance. Way more than a puncher's chance. So I am putting my money on Bellew as far as betting.
Save that for tomorrow, bro. Wrong show.
You gonna talk now or?
Let's do the undercard. Get through it because fuck, it's already 1:45 in the morning, and it don't matter what anyone says. Nez never heard of fucking Makubu, so he's shit.
Did you watch the fight? He got bullied, man. Like, why are you acting like he got bullied from a light heavyweight moving up the cruiserweight? Like, bro, you want to live in this dream, but it's okay. Saturday will be the day that you fucking wake up.
All right, it's just, you know, Bellew was the underdog again, and he's still. I'm just saying
But Rob, start trying to make sense of it. Start trying to make sense of it. He's the underdog because he's the underdog.
Yeah,
they didn't even think he would beat Macaboo or Maca, whatever his name is. Like,
and he keeps winning every time he's a fucking underdog. He keeps winning.
But that's only one win. Macaboo is the only win, and he
underdog against. He was the underdog against twice.
Listen, Macaboo is no one. He's literally never beat anyone, even after that. Like, he hasn't done it. Pedraza, like, people lose. Like, even look at Luis Collazo. Like,
he's no one.
He lost a bunch of times. He even lost to Amir Khan, outclassed by Amir Khan, but he came back, beat two top prospects. Like, what are you talking about? What has Macaboo done for you to keep bringing up that nigga's name like he done something?
What has he done to be favorite, Nez?
Who?
Why would the book his favorite?
Bro, because the fucking rankings are there. That's it. But what has he done? Tell me. So what? Oh, Bellew retired him? Bellew's that good? He retired him?
You think the book is look at the rankings and go, we'll do him as a plus 500 and we'll do him as a minus 500.
So what about Hayes' Achilles heel? Was that not an injury? What are you trying to tell me here?
He was the underdog against Hay in both fights. He wasn't favored.
But not injured. Did we not report it? Did we not get laughed at? And it was right. What the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking about? He was still true. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, bookies odds, Menez. So if the bookies are these rich fucking people that make a shit ton of fucking money all the time, then why is it? All right. Anyway, undercard. Fuck it. Let's get on with it. Jesus
Yesterday, I
Christ.
said I don't use someone else's
Boring all the time. Just fucking screaming.
my head. You need to
your head. Fucking just shouting all the time because you can't afford to be wrong in front of anyone's fucking eyes. Jesus.
are wrong.
Anthony Corolla is in an eliminator.
Higher panel picked Usyk, and you're telling me I'm wrong. You fucking sound like a genius tonight.
Well, who's the genius? Daniel's picking fucking Usyk, but he's betting on Bellew. So there's another fucking
Gambler. That's what it's called. He's taking a gamble. Won't you look up the Webster's definition of the word gambling? This guy's a genius tonight. You're on fire.
The fuck are you talking about, Nez? You're a gambler, but
hold on.
all the time. Shut the fuck up.
Rob,
You're a betting show.
Yo. All right.
Where are you gonna put your money?
Hold on, Rob and Ness. Hold on. So Ness, what Rob is saying, obviously, if it wasn't for the Achilles, Tony Bellew probably would have won the first fight. However, even after the Achilles injury, he was still an underdog in all sports books in the second fight. That's all Rob is trying to get to you, saying that although he's been underdog against plenty of people in the past, that he's overcome the odds. That's all Rob is saying. That's all. That's all.
Fucking shouted over it. Jesus.
Okay, the way I let you talk, I would like to speak now, right? My analogy is not too long ago, me and Mike did a show. We were discussing pound for pound. A caller called in and said, Ness, your pound for... I said, look, I don't care what Ring has or ESPN has. My pound for pound is right here. And whatever fighter he mentioned, I said it's impossible in my logical boxing brain for that fighter to be number 3 on the pound for pound. I don't care what ESPN has. I don't care what Ring has. And that's what I'm telling Rob. I don't care what the betting odds say. Motherfucker, I know Bellew's losing. Now, since we talking betting, let's make a bet. Let's make a bet. You holding on to the little bit of hair that you got left. Let's shave it if he loses. And if not, I shave mine or my facial hair, whatever you want.
Shave yours. What kind of a fucking bet's that?
Listen, Rob, Rob, like I said, let me finish. And I literally said whatever you want. So don't back out now. Oh, and you used the word in the beginning of the show. Pussy. Put your fucking mouth up now. Bet.
I'm from the UK. I'm from the UK. Pussy don't mean shit.
Bet.
What are you shouting? I can't even tell what you're fucking shouting.
I said bet.
Right, say it in a normal tone then. Just talk. Don't fucking have to shout.
Bet, Rob.
What do you want to bet? So you want what? The rest of my hair?
I want to bet the rest of your hair. Let's bet it. You believe in Bellew. I don't believe your hair is going to grow. Neither do you. That's why you're saving it.
And you win, don't you? Because you already fucking
saved it.
Rob, I'll share some of mine. Yeah.
I mean, you believe in betting odds. The betting odds are telling you that they're...
I've had a bet with a bookie.
Let's
I've had a bet with a bookie.
All right, so we're not
betting. He's involved in the that's a cultural thing, you know. Tony Bellew.
I give you some of mine, baby. I share my shit with you.
You better not shave it on this fight.
Nah, I said shave as share.
He said share, not shave. He said share.
I said share. But what I'm saying is that Rob is betting based off, you know, casual attraction to Tony Bellew being from the UK.
Okay.
All right, hardcore attraction. My bad. A hardcore attraction. He's rolling with the UK. I get it. It's like big Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying?
Every Deontay Wilder Fury show, you go, he's going to knock him out. He's going to fucking pay for it. Then it's like, oh, but Fury might get a decision. Oh, I don't know.
But the day will come and the prediction will be put in.
Rob, there's only one little eeny-weeny tiny
fight
difference. There's only one little eeny-weeny tiny difference. Bellew's been knocked the fuck out, not Wilder.
All right.
He's been almost knocked out.
You don't use BoxRec rankings or anything, but it was you were quick to say, what was his name? Cassius Chaney. He's like number 75 with BoxRec. He's this, he's that. He could go up to number 35 and take out. So you pick and choose when you use BoxRec, and you pick and choose when you use Ring and shit. I'm just fucking bored of it now. Let's get on with Anthony Corolla in a fucking eliminator for Loma's bout against Daud Yordan. Anyone want to talk about that?
I don't know. It's not exciting as like going back and
Oh,
forth.
look, Ricky Burns is on the card.
We want to hear some Usyk like talk back.
No. Look, everyone. Ricky Burns is on the card. That fucking huge American star.
He's the underdog. You picking him?
I doubt he's the undercard. I doubt he's the underdog. Yes. Have you ever seen?
Yeah,
You know, I never heard of Scott Cradle.
Well, it's because it's Cardle. All right.
All right.
Josh Kelly fighting Walter Castillo. You know that one, right?
I don't know Walter Castillo. I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad that Castillo's the sidestep. I think Walter Castillo is the same Castillo that maybe faced Devin Alexander on PBC. If not, it's still sad because no one knows Castillo, even if it is him. And I think Josh Kelly was on a roll. This is a sidestep, in my opinion. So here, Hearn's kind of failed, but at the same time, he's keeping him busy, right? So it's like win or win-lose. I don't know.
So Walter Castillo, this is Walter Castillo's first fight outside of Argentina.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. He has no stoppage power. I've never seen or heard of him.
But apparently he's gonna have a massive fight in December. Josh Kelly. They're talking about a real big fight, but who knows?
On the white card.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, just rewind because I'm definitely gonna watch those fights. I mean, Anthony Crawler. If people don't know, he had two fights with Jorge Linares. And he had the title fight situation with Jorge Linares and lost. Right now, he's ranked number 7 in WBC.
His biggest win?
Robin Brady said UK Rob is leaving the show after December 1st.
All the UK people getting beat.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
but yeah, going on this
first.
A real crew in America, Rob.
That's when Tyson Fury dies.
Oh, on that amazing card.
So imagine after Usyk kills Bellew and Wilder kills Fury, you might.
Let's bring out Guerrero and save the card.
Well, but let's talk about Ricky Burns since you mentioned him fighting this weekend.
You should know all about him. He's the big. He's the big
fuck about Ricky.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's like, yo, let's talk about Ricky Burns.
But Dave Allen.
That's the reason he's on FanDuel
because Eddie was like, he had to go to his gym. We're like, hey, Dave, you're fighting in about 10 days. And he was like, I don't want to fight. Well, you're fighting. And like, oh, okay, I'll fight. So I want to see how he looks and how he comes in the ring. Does he come in prepared?
Well, Dave Allen's fighting someone from Argentina too. I think it's his first fight. I think he might have went to the same.
Yo, Eddie called me trying to give me the Dave Allen fight, bro.
I'll tell you what. Let's get onto these amazing American cards we've got this weekend.
Neeco, he's so sad.
What up, Neeco? Baby, the rooster tonight.
Point. We're supposed to be a boxing show. We're trying to talk boxing, and all you're gonna do is fucking tear into everything UK. It's fucking boring now. It really is boring.
Ricky Burns is fighting, bro. Come on.
No, he's on FanDuel. Are you gonna?
Terrence Crawford took the belt.
Another. It's some big, exciting UK news. Al Heyman is supposed to be working with IFL to start giving y'all
IFL, Mike. Get it right, Jesus Christ.
ITV, I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry, fucking Rob. I don't have that fucking channel over there. Goddamn. What is it called?
Even coming at poor Rob. Oh my God.
What's it called again, Robbie?
IFL.
No, it's ITV. ITV.
All right, what does it mean? International
content on ITV, starting next year in 2019. That's all I wanted to say.
Come on. Let's get it together. On DAZN, we got the World Boxing Super Series with more people that we don't know. And when I say we, I'm generalizing because obviously I know Meredith Briedis.
He's the one that virtually beat Usyk, right?
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a very close competitive fight. And,
virtual is not real though.
And virtual doesn't.
I had it a draw.
Virtually doesn't really tell your scorecard.
I had it a draw.
Well, it was a majority. It was a majority decision to be fair. It was a majority decision to be fair.
I mean, it was close though. I mean, you can't dispute. I mean, there's tons of.
No, I'm not disputing. But I'm saying it's not like
the majority doesn't really. I mean, it was a close fight.
It was a close fight. It wasn't a blowout. It was a close fight.
So what's the majority decision?
I thought Usyk won, and I damn sure didn't have it 6-6. 7-5, 8-4 is all I could see.
Shit, I can see 6-6. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I couldn't.
Oh shit, maybe.
I like Usyk a lot. I've been
Well,
so.
hold on. Did you see it? Did you see it with that eye you got, or did you watch it with two working eyes? Like,
No, it's funny. It's funny because if you're telling me that the fight was close, how is 7-5 not close, but only 6-6 is close?
No. I said I could see it 6. You said you could,
bro.
but I didn't say 7-5 was bad.
Hold on, Mike. Take a chill pill, bro. Learn how to take a joke. You're emotional. You're sensitive.
Who?
You, Nestor. I'm talking to you, bro. You're sensitive.
Because I'm literally giving you your words back?
No, because you're literally yelling into the mic, and you can't have a normal conversation like the rest of us, bro.
Maybe I should turn my volume down. I didn't know that I was yelling.
Probably so.
I mean, they just soft over here tonight, man.
I know they soft. They soft. They soft.
I don't give a fuck about yelling.
Put these motherfuckers on suicide watch because after Saturday we ain't gonna hear from them.
My nigga, if Canelo loses,
hear from him.
December,
why do you think
that? Don't fucking not do no other TBV event ever. If Canelo,
yo, Daniel was crying in Vegas.
He tackled me.
One, imagine
if he was in a wheelchair.
Right? Yeah.
He was crying. He was on the floor too.
So this weekend in Chicago, we do have the.
We gonna gloss over you tackle.
So we're
trying to smooth that shit over.
Let's go to Chicago. Let's go to Chicago. We got to get rid of this World Boxing Super Series, man. I mean, it's nothing really sexy happening because I don't know this dude that Briedis is fighting. Only thing I'm interested in is the Golovkin fight, but I don't even know that guy he's fighting.
So in the Golovkin fight, they have the vacant WBO interim cruiserweight title on the line, which really don't mean shit.
Let me help gauge some stuff because prior to that, Noel Gevor, he's only had one loss, and the guy that he lost to had wins against Steve Cunningham and Danny Green, and he's also lost to Steve Cunningham, and he was actually the guy who fought Garcia, I think, in the World Boxing Super Series. So to kind of gauge where Noel is, he lost to the guy that lost to Murat. So that's to give you an idea for Briedis' opponent.
Okay. Well, that's really good to know. I feel like they're two one-sided fights, in my personal opinion. Obviously, this weekend in Chicago, and also in Chicago this weekend. You didn't
even talk about. You talk about the co-main,
right? Briedis is fighting WBC eliminator, and then Golovkin's fighting for the interim WBO title.
Okay, and who's he fighting? Hell, don't gloss. I can give you information. Ask me if you don't fucking know.
Yeah, right.
Let me help you out. What the fuck? Let me move over. I don't know. Well, let me help you out. So, his opponent. Let me build.
Build up a fight that is one-sided as fuck. But go ahead, Ron. You got it.
That's how I felt with the last World Boxing Super Series. But y'all wanted to build up Josh Taylor and whoever
the first rounds are always kind of one-sided.
That's what I'm trying to say. They're always like that. But you can't just say, "Oh, it's just this glossy fight," just because you didn't take the time to know. So let me help you out. That's all I'm doing. You now just guessing out your ass. Let me help you out.
Double R. Ron and Rob are hot today.
No. It's let me help. It's not even hot. Let me help you.
Nobody
want to know.
We literally spent an hour on the first.
I would just give you
one
topic. I could have easily spilled that stuff out.
Bro, we ain't got no good topics, to be honest with you.
What? This is exactly what we have. This is what's in the title, so we just talk about it. But what do you? All right, how about this? What do you want to talk about? The World Boxing Super Series. Talk about that, and then I'll talk.
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
Listen, Ron, please tell me. I want to know who this guy is that he's facing because I did watch some of the World Boxing Super Series promos on their IG. Rob, if you, I mean, what's wrong, brother? You're exhaling over there like a hot air balloon.
I'm just waiting to hear what fucking Ron's got to say. Every time he tries to say it, Mike's in the background. Danny's like, yeah, bro, talk about it. Yeah, motherfucker, yeah. Just fucking let Ron speak. You never hear him.
Yo, you're so mad today. Woosah, buddy. Woosah.
Just sick of the fucking UK hate bullshit. Just crack on.
UK.
Tell the UK to grow a pair.
Yo, my favorite UK fighter.
Oh, shit. It is, yeah.
Look, what you say, Enrique?
My favorite UK fighter, Anthony Joshua.
There you go.
My other favorite UK fighter, once upon a time, still like him, Amir Khan.
What?
I mean, I ain't saying he's a beast and he beating everybody up.
You called out the two biggest duckers in the UK.
But if I seen him, if I see Amir Khan, I'm like, yo, let me get a pick. Yeah.
No, I don't think Amir Khan for a top welterweight outside of Marcos Maidana in his entire welterweight career.
And that was almost a loss.
Fucking hell.
No, they cheated. I mean, Joe Cortez took a point for an elbow that never was thrown from Maidana.
Just signed a contract. Anyway, Ron.
Just signed a contract.
He's on automated mode right now.
The Wilder contract.
No, he's actually on Eddie mode. He just repeats what Eddie says.
Once AJ lose, bro, you're gonna be on motherfucking super.
I won't say that though. See, that's a good ass fight. That's why.
Can we let Ron talk?
Get his ass beat by Wilder. Who's gonna be?
Can Ron talk?
Yeah.
Look, I was just giving you guys a barometer. Obviously, the case is, in my same opinion, I think it's one-sided fights. But to let you know how one-sided the fight can be, the guy he's facing has lost to Gilberto Ramirez and Isaac Chilembe. So that means he's lost to very small guys. So he's moving up in weight. This guy's pretty much fighting a small guy. Now you know
this is a oddball.
The more you know. What's that?
Y'all going back to cricket?
You know,
I'm playing cricket heavy over there. Watch.
All right, so let's go into Neeco Macias. I'm tired of you guys telling me, oh, they throw so many punches because it doesn't matter. I've watched dozens of Jesus Soto Carras fights. Just because he throws 1,000 punches doesn't mean that he's got any skill. He's getting hit 1,000 times as well. So is there anything outside of the fact that they're going to beat each other up in a typical all-out Mexican ball?
Well, I mean, I feel like besides the fact that they each hold the record for 1 and 2 most punches thrown in a fight.
No, stop. That's not true. Like, you gotta, what you're talking about, overall records or per round? Because like Count Box already put out that the most thrown punches in a round was Vince Phillips, then Ray Oliveira, then Neeco, then Zach Padilla. So
I'm saying what ESPN was saying. So
yeah, that's not. Soto Cross has thrown the most punches. Have you ever seen Soto Cross throw that many punches overwhelmingly in a round? Over 170 punches, over 200 punches. I have never seen Soto Cross throw 200 punches. I'm just giving facts. Soto Cross has never thrown 200 punches. So the narrative is all on Neeco. Neeco has thrown allegedly 219 punches in his last Facebook punch, which was pretty much 19 away from breaking the record. So that's the whole narrative. Now, Soto Cross is a totally
good though. Fuck all the numbers. Is he good or is he just stand there and throw punches like a?
I was gonna say this was gonna be the barometer test. Like obviously this is obviously moved up competition. Like he hasn't fought no one like Soto Cross, and Soto Cross is definitely a shot fighter at this point in his career.
And so, FYI, these guys aren't from the UK, and we're acting exactly the way we acted about the other guys from the UK. If they aren't popular, we don't give a fuck. We don't care about the fact that they're being billed as punchers or guys that throw punches. The facts are Carras is going to retire, whether he wins or not after this fight. The facts are Carras has been in dozens of wars. Mike Jones is just one guy he's had 2 fights with where he was drug out, all out war. Plus, Gabriel Rosado put the hands on him maybe back in 2015 or 16 on NBC. Like, so Neeco is here to win versus a dude that's already retired.
And for whatever it's worth, tonight will be Golden Boy's last card on ESPN now that they've signed the DAZN deal.
Wow.
Speaking of Golden Boy, I want to bring up something off topic. Maybe Alvarez watched it. Oscar De La Hoya, the president of Golden Boy Promotions, was on Golpe a Golpe, a ESPN Deportes product. Alvarez, did you watch it?
Nah, I haven't got the chance to watch it. Anything good?
Cool. Yeah, I'll give you some tidbits just so we could bounce around. Obviously, they were discussing the Mayweather and Tenshin fight. And this was before. It was one day before, I guess, the cancellation, since cancellation was yesterday. Oscar spoke of, since Floyd obviously wants to come back and is doing this fight with Tenshin, that he would love to make the Canelo fight at 160.
Not going to happen.
He said he feels that pay-per-view is dead, but that he obviously knows that for that fight, they can do pay-per-view. He obviously discredited Floyd, saying that this tension fight will ruin Floyd's legacy. And then obviously Julio Cesar Chavez was there as well with Bernardo Suna, and this other guy is David. I've met him numerous times in Danny's gym in Philly, but I can't remember the last name. But I really like this David guy. He was giving Oscar shit. He was like, look, don't try and make Floyd's past his prime. He's retired. Leave him retired. Let Canelo build his legacy. Give us the Triple G fight. That's where I kind of didn't agree with. Like, I don't want Triple G. He was like, oh, we don't want Demetrius Andre. We don't want Jacobs. We want Triple G. That's not true. We want Demetrius Andre. We want Jacobs. We want Charlo. We still do want Triple G. But yeah, just what do you guys think about, Oscar kind of still wanting the Floyd rematch, just like Canelo? And, the fact that this is another thing too. They asked Oscar, what do you think this Rocky Fielding fight does for Canelo's legacy, and do they feel he's going to stay there? Oscar assured him that Canelo wants all the fights at 160, and he mentioned all those names. But he said that, Canelo's moving up to make history by going up, getting this title and things like that. They asked him, would he stay there? And he said, that he's going to go back down and fight those guys at 60, but that there's possibilities at 68. And obviously now with Callum Smith, with the, WBC and the fucking ring and the whole Eddie DAZN thing. So yeah, that's a big mouthful, but I had to, I guess, give you guys a synopsis of what was being told.
Right. So I feel like we should make this as quick and brief as possible. And I'm going to just go ahead and jump in it. Oscar De La Hoya is honestly a clown, if we're being honest. The only fighter he has, and the only reason he is not bankrupt is because of Canelo, right? So Canelo moving up, taking a challenge, because it is a challenge. He's fighting a guy way taller. He's fighting a guy with only one loss. Granted, it was a first-round knockout to Callum Smith. Fighting for that regular title, though. Now, they talk about Callum possibly fighting Golovkin. If that fight happens and Golovkin wins, I mean, you gotta match them up, right? But I feel like Oscar's always gonna shit on Mayweather, anything PBC, shitting on Eddie before, but now they're doing business. So to me, he's a huge hypocrite. Like, the only guy he has is Canelo. We'll see what comes of Ryan Garcia, but to me, that's irrelevant, man. Like, I don't even think that's something to really waste our time on. Like, he's gonna shit on Floyd regardless.
I tell you, yeah, and it's a tactic to get you to talk about it, right? So he uses the big name. What's going on? Floyd was gonna fight the Japanese dude. They use his name to bring out the whole Canelo possibilities and Canelo making history. So that would be the topic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's just doing more marketing ploy.
And I would say for Floyd's situation, you can't name one person who doesn't want to fight him again. Like, everyone who's fought Manny Pacquiao wants this rematch. Obviously, Canelo wants this rematch. Non-related boxing, Conor McGregor. Like, everyone who's like a big name just wants to have that rematch because there's so much benefits. And at that point, Oscar he's one person who's lost to him too. So at that point, there's always a stigma when you lose to a fighter. And at that point, you always just want to outperform him. So if Oscar can outperform him, having better fights, or his fighters are better than Floyd, or beats Floyd and stuff like that, that's a win for him. So it's just kind of like big bro, little bro kind of scenarios. But
Oscar also with the popularity contest too, the competitiveness of the biggest name in boxing. Floyd outdid that. If Floyd does come back, I want to see him fight the names that Shannon mentioned, the Keith Thurman, the Errol Spence, even Adrian Broner, those names.
I think Oscar just wants to embarrass Floyd, and he knows the only way he can probably get a surefire victory over Floyd, over a 42-year-old Floyd Mayweather, would be at Canelo at 160. So I think he's just trying to get one up over Floyd, because Floyd's been doing this thing for so long, and Oscar and him has this every year. It's going back and forth on IG page. It's something every year.
Yeah, and it's always the fishnet stockings that gets him knocked out. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way to embarrass Floyd, by only calling him like a woman beater and not a legacy of boxing.
There was a clip that came out with Oscar like doing like a talk show, like a sit down, when he was talking about how he was on like drugs and like
so that
yeah.
Floyd
so
used
posted that on his page. Yep.
Bro,
Yeah.
that was years ago. That was like that's what I'm saying. We shouldn't even be wasting our time talking about this. That was years ago. Like not Canelo.
brought up
Maybe
because
if you guys stop giving secondary thoughts and let Rob give his first thoughts on it, we can move the fuck
We've been
on.
talking the most on the day.
Yeah. I just think
You guys are like ping pong over there.
I just think the Mayweather and Oscar stuff. I'm not really interested in it, or the little back and forth. No. But I just want to get to the point you said about Canelo going up facing Fielding, and it's Danny said like going to make history, but you know they've thrown in the Rocky's not allowed. You know the 10 pound weight limit. You know the next day weigh in or whatever. And we've got Golovkin looking like he's gonna maybe hook up with Callum Smith. Now, to me, that's like, all right, you go and chase the little regular bout against the guy that's, you know, probably easier. I'm going to go for the proper WBA bout and the ring bout against the #1 super middleweight in the division. This is
That's
like
usually what the B side has to do in order to chase down the A side.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So, and Nez, earlier you said about some that would be held somewhere, someplace in the UK. They're looking at it'll be Liverpool Football Club's football stadium for that one, Anfield, which is like someone will tell me this, but it's like 60,000-70,000. It might be more. It might have increased the capacity over time, but yeah, I just think that would be interesting. Obviously, DAZN then if Triple G's over on that side, then there's always going to be that Canelo trilogy in the pipeline somewhere. But Eddie Hearn did recently say that it really does look possibly like it will be Jacobs, Cinco de Mayo.
So
Eddie don't know shit because Oscar definitely ain't saying that for Cinco de Mayo. Not on ESPN Deportes.
So just a little fact check. So Liverpool holds 54,074 people, but it's kind of crazy you brought that up because guaranteed a Triple G Callum Smith
I
fight.
thought you wanted to move past it. I thought we were taking too much time on it.
Did you hear?
No. This is a topic.
I'm just fucking with him.
We're moving past on the Oscar stuff.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure neither name came out of my mouth. So
no, but this is the next topic: Callum Smith versus Triple G. Eddie Hearn has revealed today that he's spoken to Tom Loeffler about potentially making that fight, and like Rob said, it's going to be in that stadium that obviously you said we only has 54 or 55.
So 54 for soccer. So
yeah, that's seated. So obviously the pitch would hold.
Right. So that's for soccer. So they'll probably add another 2,000-3,000 on the ground at least. But just to give an idea, if they're talking, and we've seen it with Eddie in the past, if they're talking a stadium of that magnitude, very likely that they sell out or get close to selling out, while Canelo and Rocky Fielding are having an extremely hard time selling seats and putting asses in Madison Square Garden. So that just goes to show also the backing that those British and English fans brings to their fighters.
I would just throw in, I would hope like in a dream world that, Canelo fights Fielding and Triple G does fight Callum. And they do it in the UK, the trilogy in the UK. Give us a reason to go over there. And like you said, look at the difference in ticket sales. Meanwhile, Canelo's struggling in New York. And, it's kind of a common thing. Certain fighters don't sell tickets, certain do. So like if the UK is booming, go over there. The problem is, I guess, ticket sales, right? But I guess you can justify it if you're bringing marquee names. You can justify a tick upwards in price, Rob? Yes or no? You think you guys will allow for not a tick up, not a small tick, a major tick in ticket prices?
What, for Triple G Callum Smith?
No,
or in general.
No, not in general. Triple G Callum Smith happens. Canelo Fielding happens. The trilogy happens in the UK. But ticket sales are much like US.
Yeah, I don't know. We're so used to, like with all Matchroom, everything is always like 40 pounds, 60 pounds, 80 pounds, £100 ticket, £150. It like the Joshua fights of £40 and things like that.
Also, you have to realize, Ness, it's the same thing. If they're doing it at in a stadium out there, you got to realize the way larger capacity. Like we just said, that stadium in Liverpool fits 54,000. That's more than 2 times.
Absolutely, but it doesn't matter, right? Like Joshua still doesn't hold the ticket sales gate, right? Because their prices are not as expensive. So that's what I'm saying. Because this is a perfect setup for them, right? Like Triple G fights a UK guy in the UK, sells out 60,000. Canelo fights a fucking UK guy in New York, sells out. It's almost logical. Go ahead and do it in another country. Be a world champion. Do it in another country like Ali, like, whoever traveled the world.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, even if Golovkin doesn't beat Callum Smith, and Canelo does beat Rocky Fielding, which he's heavily favored to do, I wouldn't mind seeing. I would actually love seeing Canelo, Callum Smith in the UK, given that Callum has a super title. You get what I'm saying? That would be huge out there. I would imagine it'd be huge.
Very quick.
If Callum, go ahead.
I was going to say, there's already odds on Triple G and Callum Smith, and they've got Triple G as the -175 favorite.
Yeah. And that's pretty close. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think if Callum beats, that's what I was gonna say. I don't think if Callum beats Triple G decisively, Canelo going back down. Callum looks like he hits hard. But all right, what else do we got on here? Unless anyone, you don't want to touch anything on that? You don't care about Triple G fighting Callum Smith, Enrique, casual fan?
I do like Triple G to come back immediately. I wouldn't mind the trilogy with Canelo. The ticket sales at Madison Square Garden, of course, obviously it's the dance partner. I thought about going. I saw the price. I'm like, is it really worth it? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if he fights Callum Smith in the UK and he doesn't do well with fight tickets sold, wouldn't that be, you don't sell ticket strategy, so you are now the B-side?
Nah, he'll sell out in the UK, bro.
In the UK, but not in the USA against Flanagan.
Oh, nah, he won't sell out in the US versus Callum. No, I mean he's struggling with Fielding, but Callum would have more momentum if he beats Triple G though.
Absolutely, because a lot of American fans, unfortunately, don't know Callum, and mind you, Rocky got knocked out by Callum in the first round. So just to put things into perspective, and those fight tickets at Madison Square Garden are pretty damn cheap. Like I just checked a few days ago, they still have tickets for $75. So that's pretty damn cheap compared to the Golovkin prices.
Problem is, who are ya? Who are ya? Who are ya? Rocky Fielding.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. That he's sort of domestic level fighter that's gone out and he beat Zoiga and come back with a version of a world title. But he's going to be pretty much not on everybody's radar, I would guess. So it's definitely over there. So
this is what I'm saying. Hold on. Don't gloss over that. This is what I'm saying. He's going out and beat Zoiga. The only Zoila I know is a fucking maid on a television show. It's the same thing as Maksim. Like in the real boxing world, when Danny Garcia fights Robert Guerrero for a vacant WBC title, the public calls him a paper champ. But in the fake boxing world, Tony Bellew fights for a vacant WBC title versus Maksim, and he's somehow a real champ. That's a paper champ.
And that's
right. They are the same because you don't know either of them. So yeah.
But truth is truth. Facts are facts. I want Ron to say that. Ron, what's the definition of a paper champion?
You're just a champion on paper. Like that's like you didn't beat nobody.
How do you become a paper champion?
You beat the man. Essentially, to be the man, you beat the man. That's pretty much what it is. So
that's how you become the real champion. The paper champion.
Paper champ is vacant title.
The paper champion is like you don't really fight a champion. You fight a guy that can fight
you didn't
for that same blank space.
So it's always it's either vacant or some sort of like. There's always going to be a dispute with Demetrius Andrade because of the fact that he didn't truly beat Billy Joe Sanders.
Because he fought for a vacant title.
So they build the case because did he do steroids or not? But there's always going to be this looming So that's where he needs to fight someone like a Unification or fight Billy Joe
Kind
Saunders
of like
again.
Charles Martin, right? And the dude that twisted his ankle. Two guys fighting for a vacant title. Tyson Fury vacated. That vacated. Oh man, it's funny. History is cool, Rob. You're right.
It's like a
What you're saying.
It's good. It's good to go back and remember things that happen in boxing.
You can't check in a room that has no vacancy.
If the bout's vacant, then let's just leave it vacant and just. I don't know what your. I don't get what your point is.
None at all. We're gonna touch on the next topic, or should we open up phone lines? Really up
I
to
just wanted to say the Contender is back on tomorrow with the finale of Sugar Shane Mosley Jr. and Brandon Adams.
Yeah, I'm catching up, man. I stood up late last night and watched a bunch of episodes. I'm so many things. I kind of want to do a full review, bro. That is pretty good, the show. Production wise, pretty good. I like that they decided to get an entire building, kind of like when P. Diddy did the, whatever those TV shows they did back in the day.
Or when the Contender did all its previous seasons. But just for those who don't have Epix, the channel, they will be showing the fight live tomorrow on their Twitter account. So if you don't have Epix, which I do not, I've been getting like bogus streams. The fight will be on their Twitter channel.
Bro, literally all you dudes, you millennials that are like, oh no, I don't have Epix or Showtime or HBO. Oh, I just get a stream. And it's cool. I get it. But Epix costs $5. You can literally subscribe today, right? Not pay any money. So all you morons shaking your head, don't pay anything when you call today and say, hey, add Epix for me.
So
stay up all night, stop interrupting and learn, son, you young fucking whippersnapper. Wet behind the ears ass motherfucker.
Similar.
Stay up all fucking night, watch all episodes, call back, cancel it. Don't pay. Okay? You fucking millennial stream looking link finding dumb motherfuckers. Watch
hey man, look here, bro.
Don't take it personal.
So what do
wear it?
Hold on, Mike. Hold on, Mike.
A 14-day free trial.
Okay.
And you sign up to a PayPal account that card has expired already.
Oh my God! Look at this,
bro. First off,
that you do not use. Bam! You get it free for 14 days. That's how I get it.
Bro, you're literally telling people like they fake accounts.
So what I was gonna say, Ness, because you want to shit on the millennials, right? So if my cable company does not offer the motherfucking channel, do I pull that out my ass with my? Do I pull that out my millennial ass? Or
you then go and do the same thing on Epix.com.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for now teaching me.
This is 2018. Everybody got a fucking app. They got an app to wipe your dumb ass.
Yeah, just like HBO has done with their boxing for the last however many years, right? They do live streaming too, right? HBO does live streaming too, right?
Last time I checked, yeah.
No, they fucking don't. No, they fucking don't.
Dude, they have more than one HBO app if you don't know.
Yeah, they have two, and neither one does live streaming.
I'm not a millennial. I got HBO on all my fucking TV, but you supposed to have it.
I have it too. They just don't do it on the app. Talking about every channel, just like HBO.
They've done their stuff. They've done their stuff on Facebook. I've seen stuff like that. Their promotional companies
But
put
their
it
live
like
channel don't stream on
Correct.
HBO like
Correct.
Showtime.
I agree. Their app doesn't allow you to do that. You have to use some, other things. But outside of that, I have Epic. I got Showtime. I got all that. I think the Contender is good.
Fuck that old ass nigga Ness. Get on these other things, bro.
No. Listen. First of all, let me explain something else. I know, Rob, you're mad, but you don't get it because you got fans over there that actually love and go in their pockets. If these millennials keep stealing Epics can't afford to give us Contender again. And I enjoy the shit, so I'm willing to pay $5 fucking that you can literally borrow from your mom, okay? Your mom will give you $5. Your cigarettes you buy cost more than $5.
They want you to pay, but
smoke. The gallon of milk you buy, like, stop being cheap, motherfucker.
They want you to pay, but they're giving their prime possession away for free.
Man, get out of here, man. You corny, bro.
Nigga, you corny.
500 pennies,
and you telling folks to fucking watch it, binge it, and then go back and tell them I don't want it no more.
Damn, if you're gonna be as cheap as a millennial to look for a fucking stolen link, yeah, do that. I'm gonna
look for it, bro. It's right there. On the movie website, it's right there. Who looking?
Whatever, bro.
I got it,
bro. That's all.
How much do you pay for the zone, Nez?
Nothing. I pay for the zone though. I pay for fucking Showtime.
I pay for the zone.
My listeners have me out.
Me and Rick Fulton go half skis.
Yeah.
What?
Who?
Rick. Me and Rick.
We ain't gave Rick shit.
You're gonna put the zone out of business. I see the master plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking.
I got the zone out of my wallet every month. Do you?
Who?
You who?
When
who like he was
fucking owl in here. So like when Canelo Triple G trilogy don't happen, it's because of Nez fucking paying only half his fucking subscription.
But what you mean? What you mean?
You know, because Epics won't be a contender anymore.
Listen, Rob, you're wrong. I know. I mean, I like the analogy. It's gonna make a couple of people laugh till they hear this part. Netflix business plan, they know that at least 7 people will share the account. So you don't think the Zone knows and ESPN Plus? This is part of analytics, homeboy. It's part of marketing and part of a business proposal, part of a business plan. Like,
why they charge 10.
Hey, and just something. I agree with you, Ness, as far as the millennials and everybody and all the streaming. I'm gonna be honest. Me personally, I pay cable bill that's over $200 a month.
Me too.
So what? So I can get these sports. So I can because that's the type of person I am. All the paper
convenience, bro.
So
I pay like 100. What the? How the fuck?
Okay, well, I mean, that's what I pay. That's also with my internet. So cable and cable
internet and plus all the channels. That's what he got.
So yes, so that's exactly it. And because I don't agree with people getting cheated like that. My cable company does not offer Epics. That is why I don't have it. Like HBO, I didn't know that they offered the streaming, but now that you told me, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go catch up on everything and so on and so forth. But I'm the guy. I don't stream the pay-per-views. I stream. I lie. I stream UFC pay-per-views, but that's because I don't
support, bro. I'm gonna be at Wilder, and we're gonna buy it at the B&B. I'm gonna buy it in my house because I gotta come back and see it. I buy Canelo fights when I'm at the fight to come back and see it. Like I've always said it time and time again. I'd rather watch the fight on television. I'd rather watch the fight on television. Like I'm gonna be at the Wilder fight in LA, and if there's enough TBV listeners, we doing our own fight party. I'd rather watch it in LA. I'm gonna be credentialed to the fight and not go. Like I'd rather watch it on TV. Like especially amongst my people. Listen, we got to open up these phone lines.
Can I just do one?
Sleep on us. Go ahead, Rob.
I'll just do one thing. I just want to give a shout out to Ben Malloy from Gloucester. He's taking part in ultra white collar boxing training program and having a fight, and it's all in aid of Cancer Research UK. They've actually done a load of fight nights, and I think they're one of Cancer Research's biggest contributors charity wise. They've raised over £10 million for charity. So Ben Malloy, he lost his father to cancer, and it's a subject close to me because my sister's actually got skin cancer. So shout out to him, putting the gloves and the headgear on and having a fight to raise some money for Cancer Research.
Super chats real quick. Tommy Temper in the UK says Bellew's going to sleep. If he lasts the fight, I predict that Usyk will be robbed, all caps. UK fan. Dave C. Shout out to Dave C. Patreon. He says, Michael Copper. Well, we said that. But so what? Your Patreon will say it again. Michael Copper announced that the potential fight with Badu Jack and Marcus Brown. Then we got a super chat with a message deleted. Strange. Okay. And then we got Fugati that says, let's go, Tony. Lad, UK robbed the man, TBV fam. And we got Joseph Rodriguez says, a fight with Fielding would sell in Texas or Cali. Not sure. Sure. But let's open up the phone lines and let any final thoughts, gentlemen. There are a lot of other topics, but let's get these people involved.
So just two quick things. Destin Butler, recent About Billions promotion signee, will make his About Billions debuts 2-0. He'll be fighting in Chicago this weekend. And then also,
Who the fuck is that guy?
Right. And then also Lorenzo Truck Simpson. You might as well play that again because you know nothing about amateur boxing. Lorenzo Truck Simpson will make his pro debut on December 8th in Maryland.
Nah, man, I did the same thing for Nikoshi. Remember, I gave a bunch of debuters: Nikoshi, Nikita, Rashad Mati.
This week,
everybody got to start somewhere.
Go and check out Nez's interview with Nikita Ababi. It was pretty cool. And if you haven't seen it, go check his little YouTube channel out. I think he's put some stuff on there. It's pretty good, clowning himself, saying what was it? He was all shook at the press conference or something like that. It's
He's got a pretty good personality, bro. I'm actually happy. He and Chris Colbert have very good personalities coming out of that gym. So it's going to be interesting to follow their careers the years to come. Just yesterday, I think I was telling myself I was going to go back double days, but obviously, I had to buy batteries. I only had one battery charge. It was just getting frustrating. I needed two batteries to be.
I thought someone was sending you one in the post.
It got lost, but it doesn't matter. The point is, I think it will serve the boxing public well if I dedicated a few hours per week, kind of like Ellie does in that gym, because Arliano Sosa is a dude that we were talking with Cheney, and then Marcus in DC called in earlier today on the show. You could check it out on iTunes or right here on YouTube. And we were discussing trainers and them taking on gyms in the inner city from, boys and girls clubs, rec centers, things like that, and not really being able to be world-class trainers because they still divide their time with so many people. And they became world-class trainers because one guy made it through that gym.
I definitely love your interviews with Chris Colbert. Dude gives a great interview. I've had the pleasure of interviewing him myself. So I really like he's brutally honest. I feel like we don't see that with a lot of fighters. He's brutally honest. He doesn't give a fuck about politics. He says what's on his mind. So your interviews with Chris Colbert, if you guys haven't checked him out, go do that.
So just to tie it in, the point I'm trying to make with Sosa is he's in a gym. It's called Atlas Cops and Kids. It's a Teddy Atlas Foundation gym. So it's a non-profit organization. He does not get paid for the countless hours of work that he puts in there. Now, some of these fighters obviously give him a percentage. Some, from what I'm hearing, there's not even a contract. Shit is verbal. So, yeah, man, shout out to these type of trainers and again, tying it back in. That's why I think being there, letting his personality out. He has a son called Julian Sosa, who's also undefeated, and there's just so much talent in that gym. It's a beautiful thing to see a guy start at least over a dozen fighters. Like this time next year, he's going to have 12 pros easy that we'll all know. It's crazy. Like, just think about that. That's
it's a real insight as well, because if any of you guys sign up to Patreon, Nez does posts and says, ask whoever a question, like ask Deontay a question, ask Nikita or Barbie, and I put some questions in for Coach Sosa, and it's pretty cool. I asked him who would he like to train if he could, and he was kind of like, look, I got a full gym, it's all going well, and he said he's going to be busy. The DAZN card, he had I think it was 4 or 5 were on that. Was it the Chicago card? And he was it ran pretty smooth, but he took Chris Colbert, who I think was wrapping hands with people. It was really good insight. So, definitely go and check it out.
My last time at the gym, he told me he needs a second. I told Doomsday, but he's pussy. You know what I'm saying? He needs more people that are dedicated, that want to be there every day. And, also I'm not going to fucking, try to, he was specific about that. Like, I need someone that I'm going to tell them what regimen to do. They're going to pass it down. They're not going to try and mix in their own shit. But shout out to Sosa, man. That's just an amazing story to bring all those people on. He's actually got 2 girls in there now, too. I don't know if they're going to turn pro. I haven't built up the courage to talk to them. You know, it's always weird to talk to girls in gyms, you know what I mean? Because they got their headphones on, and it's like, you know, they start thinking shit. I don't even fuck around.
Hey, Ness, real quick, just to help some people who want to get into that whole entire, you know, there's this movie called Cradle of Champions, and they actually go into that gym and they talk a little bit about, they first talk about Nisa Rodriguez, and they also talked about the rivalry between James Wilkins, which is and then Titus Williams, who also fought Chris Colbert, which if you want to watch Counterpunch, that's on Netflix, and Cradle of Champions is on Showtime. So watch those 2 documentaries if you haven't seen those. They're great. They're going to be talking about a lot of up-and-comers and let you know about some of these people from that gym and some of the workmanship, the craftsmanship, the trainers, the environment, the whole Golden Gloves in New York. So definitely check out Cradles of Champions and also Counterpunch. Those are 2 great documentaries that, you know, that can get you more involved with what Ness is talking about.
And just one other little fun fact for any casual listeners, Chris Colbert kind of has the, what do you call it? Like when someone in the game, you know, vouches for you.
Got credibility, street cred.
I guess. All right. So he gets his name, Little B-Hop, from Bernard Hopkins. The story is crazy for me too, you know, obviously because this job wasn't what I saw for myself. But man, I remember as far back, which is not too long ago, but as Guillermo Rigondeaux versus Nonito Donaire. That press conference was held in New York City at BB King's on 42nd Street, obviously adjacent with Broadway. And we all wanted that fight. That was a crazy fight, right? You know, Nito versus Guillermo. I'm at the press conference. Richardson Hitchens, Bruce Carrington, and Chris Colbert are all at the press conference with every piece of world amateur title that they have won. I mean, if you've ever seen the pictures of any undisputed champion, that's how they looked. 5, 6 belts wrapped around them. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, who are these kids? Because think about it. I don't even know what year that was when Guillermo fought Nonito. But that's how many years ago. And they told me, bro, they literally walked up to me, Chris, with the same attitude you see on all my videos, and Richardson Hitchens, and they said, Boxing Voice, yo, you gonna be interviewing us. Watch. And I did right then and there with all their belts around them. And they were amateurs.
That was April of 13, bro.
2013. So how many years is that? 5 years ago. Holy
5.5. That was April of 2013.
Holy shit. And they told me, bro, yo, you're gonna be interviewing them. And look, I'm fucking driving to New York City as much as I can now to interview them. Richardson Hitchens is signed to TMT. I don't know how great that is because of what's been happening with TMT, but you know, without digging deeper into that, like, it's still an accomplishment for him. You know what I mean? Inner city kid, went to the Haitian Olympics, defended, you know, for his country, then signed to Floyd Mayweather, you know, still trains in New York though. And Chris Colbert, you know, B-Hop right away took to him. He got to sign to Heyman, you know, Golden Boy got him really quick. So yeah, I mean, dude, crazy. Just to be that close to people writing history. But yes, moving on. Let's open up the phone lines. Did I get to whatever.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Smash that thumbs up button.
I didn't know if I played that or not. So let's get on out to Anthony Edwards in Cincinnati. Talk to me.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
What up? What up? What up?
Great show, yeah. Shit, great show. Y'all motherfuckers are going at it today. What's wrong with y'all, man?
Robbie, man. Robbie's
Nez, man.
Robbie's being mean.
Nez is being mean.
Y'all antagonizing my man Rob, man. Leave my man Rob alone. Man. Let him, let him have his love.
Look after your promoter, Andrew.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I'll look after you.
Nah, that's right. That's right. No, real quick, the whole Canelo thing, even though it wasn't a big topic, kind of, how I feel about Canelo. They talking about it was funny that you said that Eddie Hearn was talking about he probably don't fight Jacobs. I bet you, like I said before, I bet you he don't fight Jacobs. I bet you he don't fight any of the champs or any of the top guys, right? Because he going out to make a little fake ass history in the next weight class. No disrespect to Rocky Fielding, but he's the low hanging fruit. And if it's true what they say about Triple G, he going up to fight a killer. Callum Smith showing us he might be a for real killer.
Yo,
so
Rocky ain't no low hanging fruit, bro. Rocky ain't no low hanging fruit. He was the underdog in his last fight, and he defied the odds. According to Rob, that makes him a champ.
He ain't fighting no Callum, no. And I bet you he'll never fight no Callum. You know what I'm saying? He took one tough fight in the last 4 years. Come on.
I thought he fought Callum.
He got knocked out by Callum, so he fought Callum.
No, I'm talking about Canelo ain't take no tough fight in 4 years, except for Triple G. You know what I'm saying? That sums him up.
I mean, it ain't Canelo's fault. Callum just fought George Groves and isn't available.
I mean, we talk about May. He'll be available in May.
I mean, in May, we don't know if Canelo's gonna stay at 68 or go back down for some of that 60 sauce. He's champ down there. He got a few titles down there, and he's lineal down there. Don't forget that, B.
Yeah, I don't count that shit. Not for him anyway.
What? So you don't think he beat Triple G?
Hell no. He lost the first fight. He got to draw the second fight. That's what I think. I watched it and rewatched it. He can't get no credit for no wins to me. Like I can give him halfway credit. Just because people say that, okay, fine. Maybe he won that second fight, but he definitely didn't win the first one. And to me, like it's just. But yeah, real quick, I'm gonna go on a limb since y'all riding on Robbie this show. I got Bellew. I got Bellew.
Yo, you gonna die with your friend then? That's a good friend though, Rob. You better send him a birthday card.
He's been picking Bellew before this fucking bum ass fucking show.
I've been picking him.
Damn, Robbie's so mad he hating his own show. He called it a bum ass show. Anthony, thanks for calling in. We're going out to avid boxing fan on Skype.
Yo, Avid, what's up, baby?
My bad, y'all. My bad. I didn't even hear you at first. How y'all boys doing?
We chilling. We chilling. How you doing?
We good. You gotta ask Rob that personally.
Hey, exactly what I wanted to talk about. Hey, Rob, man, you need to stop making it about U.S. versus UK, man. You gotta understand. We are
fuck out of here.
All kind of fighters. Nah, because how you gonna say fuck out of here? You want to make it about UK versus USA? Luis Ortiz ain't from the USA. We still support him. Guillermo Rigondeaux ain't from the USA. We still support him. Lennox Lewis wasn't from the USA. I'm a fan of Lennox Lewis. The only thing is that y'all got so many boxers that come out and y'all want to jump on everybody's bandwagon. So when they ain't as good as you make them out to be, you want us to still ride with them. Like, bro, we are impressed by skills and what somebody can do. You know what I mean? Not just because y'all want to push no UK fighters on us. Amir Khan, what am I supposed to be excited about seeing him fight for? Huh?
I didn't want you to be excited about it. I just don't want it to be shit on all the time. Every time I'm on the show, it's fucking the UK shit card, the UK this, the UK. That's all.
Because the fighters are shit.
Yeah, all right.
And if you from the UK, if you from the Philippines, if you from Africa, wherever you from, if you ain't shit, you ain't shit. We got so many fighters out here in America that are shit. So if you ain't shit and you come to America with that little hometown bullshit, we ain't feeling it. We not. It's just what it is, man. You gotta act. Like I said, Lennox Lewis came through. He showed who he was. He gets respect to this day. We just not respecting no Anthony Joshua, who's a duck artist, and Amir Khan, a duck artist. Shit, I respect Kell Brook. That man came down after an ass whooping and fought Errol Spence. And look who Amir Khan ducking. Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna respect the real motherfuckers. It ain't about UK versus no USA, bro. It's just about we
respect Tony Bellew
that don't carry themselves.
All right, Nez, yeah.
And Tony Bellew. I still think you.
What you mean? I do respect Bellew. He fought Adonis. Now he fighting Usyk. What you mean, Rob?
Yeah, and in between, who the fuck's that guy? Who the fuck's that guy?
Man. Hey, man, he didn't resurrect his career after that brutal knockout. Adonis hit him with some shit. I was like, damn.
I will say this, though. I will say this. I feel like a lot of times some of the hosts do try to get under Rob's skin and get under Rob's, British background. But, if you ain't shit, you ain't shit. And if you are, you are.
That's what I'm saying. The only thing is, man, is that it's okay to get for it to bother you, but don't try to change the narrative. Don't make it that it's USA versus UK, because there's UK fighters. There's fighters from
bro, fuck that. Rob can do what the fuck he want to do. If he want to make it against goddamn USA versus fucking UK, let Rob do that shit.
He gonna be mad. So why you trying to let this man give himself a heart attack? Don't play
exactly.
Like hey man, I can't control nobody else's feelings.
I try to sell that stuff real quick.
I control nobody else's feelings, homie.
Yeah, come in here.
Thanks for calling in, baby.
Come in here and shit on Wilder. See who has a fucking heart attack.
Goddamn right. I'm coming for you. Crawford too.
Or
that's Crawford. Not even true. You got to shit on him logically, and maybe someone will have a heart attack.
Yeah, you got to shit on every UK card logically as well. Just because maybe you don't know them, they're a fucking bum. That's usually the fucking narrative.
I mean, we still gonna watch it though.
Rob, man, dude, it doesn't get any simpler to defend my logic than Tony Bellew. But you don't see that. Even though we brought up betting lines, you got hung up on it, and you're still picking the underdog.
Bro, he said before he stated anything, he probably thinks Bellew's going to win, but there's something about him that he feels deep down that he's going to win. He thought Usyk. He before he said anything.
That's the only guy I'm giving. My thing is a per fight basis, dude. Like it just so happens that there's a lot of UK bums, so it makes me look that way. But you don't hear me talk that shit like that when Joshua signs to fight somebody, because I know he's winning because he's good. You didn't hear me talk like that about George Groves because I always liked the way that he fought, and he had balls. He fought Carl Froch 2 times. You know what I'm saying? He fought DeGale at 10 or 11-0 or 13-0. You know what I'm saying? Like Rob just, again, like the last caller said, most UK dudes want us to get behind every single UK dude. We don't do that. We get behind DeGale. When he was hot, he was hot. Now he's like lukewarm. Groves was hot when he was hot, and he got put in the ice box by Froch, came back. So you got to respect him. He came back and became a world champion after that. And I gave him respect. Like, I'm just not blindly going to love, PBK because he's looking good, because he's beating up 147-pound Carlos Molina.
You've done a show on it saying fair play to the lad. He's 4-0. We've done a show on it. And now it's not a good thing.
Listen, Rob. No, it's an amazing thing. Like I said on the show, but there's still what? There's still an asterisk there. What is the asterisk? Tell the world the asterisk, or do you want me to give the definition? What's in there?
You do it. You can just
Carlos Molina has been deported. He was deported to Mexico for some charge that I don't even want to mention, right?
They take his boxing.
Excuse me. Since then, go ahead, Rob. What is it?
He was deported, so he can't box anymore. He's not a boxer. He hasn't got any skills anymore. It's just you do one show saying it's great. Wow, this kid's fighting, and then you just it's I've got to be impressed by Josh Kelly because he fucking beat up a fucking 104-year-old fucking Carlos Molina. Which is it? Is it good or is it bad?
Well, I was explaining it, but you wanted to tell us this, so go ahead.
I don't know. It's just
you're just upset.
No, you're just good at this, Nez. You're good at swinging shit around and changing it. As soon as anyone fucking brings up your boy, you shout all over him.
Don't play my game. Step your game up.
I don't need to play your game because I come here. I don't need
The bottom line is still this. You've cut me off enough. The bottom line is still this. Carlos Molina was deported. Living in Mexico is not the same as living in America, where his career was established. Fighting in Mexico, taking any fight you can get, isn't the same. Let alone being in your prime at 54 when the world thought you beat Errol Lara on ESPN. Okay? 147 is not your prime at a plus almost 30 years of age. So yes, those are the asterisks that are attached to Josh Kelly beating Carlos Molina. You do have to say all those things. Does he show talent? Absolutely. Which is why I did a show on a young prospect fighting Carlos Molina. I don't get you. You just are very sensitive today.
No, I just don't.
I'm having a fun time. Let me tell you. Every time you exhale like a fucking pregnant woman, every time you smack your face with your hand, I just laugh. I just laugh at you. You ready?
All right, Nez. Yeah, because no, you're saying I've got to up my game, but I just come here to talk about boxing. But every time I do, you jump all over it, you shit on it, and it's just getting fucking boring, man.
What am I shitting on? Bellew?
You do it all the time. You done it today.
Josh Kelly's resume. That's what I do all the time. I'm talking resume. We are talking boxing. You don't like it.
Next caller. You've done it again. You've shouted over me and just kept going. Yeah. Brilliant. Well done. Cool. Should I slap my face with my hand so you can laugh again?
Oh my God, he's so upset today.
You just fucking bore me sometimes with this shit.
I don't know. Looks like the audience is happy seeing me get under your skin, and you're
yeah, because they're all mostly American. What a fucking surprise!
Oh my God! Now it's an American-US thing.
Is it not? Is it not? Do you actually read the chat? Do you read the chat?
Oh my God!
That's what they do. The whole chat is basically saying Joshua's a bum, Joshua's this, Joshua's that.
Rob, it's okay.
Fine. I'm just a bit bored of it.
Now, fine. When you play this back,
I don't care. I really don't care, Nez.
All right, so I'm gonna go to a caller so you could
do
just
that.
Now. Gary in Texas.
What's going on, fellas?
Nothing. What?
Rob, there's lots of good UK fighters. Callum Smith, Carl Frampton, Billy Joe, right? Bellew sucks. That's all there is to it. You're just getting on the wrong one. And I want to give my prediction on that first. Usyk wins every round, wins every minute. The guys, whoever picked Bellew is being silly and ridiculous. He's going to get outclassed. There's levels of this. Usyk would beat Wilder and AJ. Obviously, he's going to beat Bellew. Let's not be ridiculous.
What the fuck are you smoking?
Yeah, Usyk's no good, right? And
no, I'm just saying I don't think he'll beat Joshua or Wilder because his power doesn't seem to be there. I'm just saying.
He's not going to knock him out, obviously, but
in the heavyweight division, when these guys walk around 230, 240, one hit.
Gary said he'll outbox Anthony Joshua.
One hit, it's over.
You're hilarious.
Yeah,
bro.
he's outboxed Anthony Joshua. Okay, yeah, Usyk sucks. You guys are right. He barely loses a round, but yeah, he sucks. No, you're right.
He sucked, bro. But in the heavyweight division, these guys are 240, 250, and they are throwing fucking heavyweight punches. Usyk started at cruiserweight. He's no heavyweight.
He's not much. He's not much smaller than Wilder, right? I mean, how much do you think Usyk walks on that? 220? That's what Wilder.
Have you seen Usyk's record compared to Wilder's record? Motherfuckers get laid down. Usyk outboxes people. Wilder laid people the fuck down.
Yeah. Yeah, he lays out Gerald Washington. He doesn't lay out Alexander Usyk. Like, you understand it's a difference, right? Like Gerald
up a good boxer, bring up Ortiz. Ortiz can box right.
You've been bigging up this whole Wilder Fury fight. The Wilder Fury fight is the exact same thing.
I'm saying the exact same thing. He was knocked the fuck out.
Okay, let's see how. So take care of Fury first, right? Because if AJ has to fight Usyk, which is what Eddie Hearn wants, then there ain't going to be an AJ Wilder fight because Usyk's going to beat him, and then there'll be an Usyk Wilder fight. Wilder beat Fury. Yo,
Only if AJ fights Usyk before fighting Wilder.
You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
That's 2 fights away, though, isn't it? Because they got an automatic rematch clause with both of them, right? Wilder and Fury both have. So you're going to get that.
Yeah, says the internet contract that you've seen. You with the internet lawyer that you sat down and read it over with. Get your ass out of here. Marcus in DC.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Voice, man? Great show, man. Y'all just reminded me today why I tune in all the time. Yo, Ness, it's good to hear you say you're gonna shoot out to some of the community centers. After we had that conversation this morning, it wasn't a shot at just saying that, you know, sometimes you need additional time to ply your trade. You know what I mean? And so a lot of these guys do put a lot of time in these gyms and in these communities outside of the boxers that they do produce. Rob, here's the reason why people get on the UK fighters, man. They can't fight. It's like people who can fight against each other. It's like 2 dogs fighting in their backyard. If you take the dog out the yard, he won't bust a grape in the wine factory. The UK style, in comparison to American style, if you take a top American style fighter and a top UK style fighter, UK fighters are timid.
Yeah, but Marcus, hold on. Let me defend him though, because the problem with the American boxing fan is that we are we paint with a broad brush. Like Luis Ortiz ain't American. Neither is Oleksandr Usyk, Gevor Rigondeaux, Robert Guerrero, Gennady Garcia. Like it's dozens and dozens of fighters that we just adapt.
Your big American
pay-per-view star. When I say a true American fighter, I'm talking about like a Roger Mayweather. If you just talk about the style, American style, I'm not talking about the guys that we adopt and say, hey, they're American. The British fighters, the fighting style, the European and the British style, you see dudes with a lot of power, but they have 6 knockouts in 30 fights. And it's because they're reticent. Their fight style is reticence. Defense first, minimize. When they see an opening, you get a dude like Fox that will crack you, get a dude like Rose who will crack you. But it's usually along this methodical line of fighting that as long as I don't get hurt, then they see an opening, they hit a dude. But it's crazy because you'll see somebody with 6 knockouts, somebody like Paulie, and you could see why Paulie don't have the knockout power. But I'll go tune into a UK fighter, I see the physique, I see the motion of the right hand, and I see them twisting. I said, oh, this dude can crack, but he won't go in there and go get it. And the UK fighters who will go in there and get it, they expats to Jamaica or some type of African descent. And you know what I'm saying? And so we allow them to do that. Like how they allow us to paint with a broad brush, it's because UK has this reputation of being the lovable loser. To their credit, how Rob is for their fighters is why their boxing scene is more successful than us, because they ride with a fighter really how you're supposed to ride with them, wins and losses. If you like the dude, he's supposed to be able to get another prominent fight. Our system, unfortunately, promotes if the old goes, so does the fanship. So we do get these guys who ride around and won't take this fight, won't take that fight. So there's that dichotomy. So you have to understand where that comes from. At the end of the day, if you take whoever y'all want to take as the top British fighting style and take American style, Americans beat them. Mess. Back to you with that motherfucker Floyd Mayweather talking about that was a smart move. I told you it was an idiot-ass move. Just because you can do something don't mean you should do something.
Boomerang. Get your boomerang status on. Punching after the bell. And Floyd, no, he wanted to do that, but they try to slip them kicks in his ass. That's all. You know, he wanted that money. 88 mil for 9 minutes. He wanted that dough. Let's see here. We got, oh shit. A cheerleader. I know he's calling in the fucking cheerleader. No doubt in my mind. Texas. Fugatti.
Yo, let's go. Come on, Tony lad. It's on. Usyk's going down. It's about to meet his nightmare. UK Rob's right. And speaking of asterisks, it's fighting a 49-year-old on blood pressure medicine who barely made the fight in asterisk.
Well, y'all love to go with Eddie and fucking Tyson Fury fucking a narrative.
It doesn't mean he's wrong.
No, I would like to discuss that. I'll give you a metaphor. We were just discussing it. Rob brought it up. He said, Well, Canelo's fighting the easier guy in fielding while Triple G has to fight Callum Smith. That's exactly what happened, right? Wilder fought Ortiz. And who did AJ fight?
Which one of Callum Smith or Fielding is on? Has Charles Martin waiting in the wings in case the doctor says he can't?
What, a contingency plan? You're upset about that?
Y'all had Takam waiting.
I mean, man, dude. I mean, not everybody owns a business.
Yeah, some of us just cut grass.
No, I mean, because I guess the only person that is allowed to have a contingency plan and it be praised is Eddie Hearn, a la Takam. Remember, who the fuck was AJ supposed to fight when Takam slid in? That's called a contingency plan, aka backup plan. But I see Rob's hate doesn't allow him to see that well. Got you.
No, well, not really. He was there on the night.
He wasn't the contingent. Like, you're really gonna keep digging
on the night the doctor was gonna pull him out, and fucking Martin was there.
Oh my God, he's really not gonna.
Rulev pulled out a week before.
Okay, bro, I give up. You'll never like until he loses. You're not gonna like see clearly.
Go, Tony lad.
I just hope the same thing doesn't happen. I've seen people flip out when their fighter loses.
I'll be fine. I will still support my team when they loses. It's fine.
Fugata, you gonna be okay?
I'll be fine, man. I like Usyk a lot, bro. I like them both. I just think I watched the press conference and I saw in Usyk, he's worried about this fight. I'm telling you.
Why I just laughing?
Why would he call Tony out?
He didn't. Tony called him out.
He wants to.
No, he didn't.
No.
Usyk won the World Boxing Super Series and called Tony Bellew out. Come on.
Okay.
Tony called him out.
No, he said that he needed to beat Tony because that was the last piece of the cruiserweight division that would prove that he dominated the whole division.
And you're telling me he said this post fight?
He called Tony out post fight, right when he got the belt.
I do not remember that. Well, the story is complete. Wow. He got what he wanted. I really thought that Tony called him out because Tony, in my opinion, is the A side. Without Tony, this fight isn't even as big as it is. Like, Usyk isn't known, you know what I mean? He beat the guys and is the man, but he's unknown.
Hey, Rob, real quick.
Why he called him out because he said Usyk's got the belts and he knows he brings the belts and he knows I bring the money. That's why he called me out.
How much fanfare left over from the David Haye fight that Tony kind of get it? You know what I'm saying? Rob,
say again.
How much fanfare from that David Haye fight did Tony receive over in England?
I think Tony's he splits people a little, but I think he's got a lot of support. But I know some of his strong opinions on things. People don't like him. There's quite a few that will hate on Tony Bellew. One person, but I can give two fucks if Tony Bellew dies in the ring on Saturday and shit like that. There's some real sort of anger pointed at Tony Bellew from a certain quarter, but yeah, I think he's got the backing predominantly of the nation. But
what do you say?
No, this is just off. No, he's got strong opinions on what should happen to rapists, what should happen to terrorists. You know, they should be killed. And
okay,
he's sort of very strong. Whatever he thinks, like ped users should be banned for life. And
no biggie. People in America say that shit all the time.
All right, Suleiman the Scholar, New York City. Holla.
What's going on, Suleiman?
Is that not Suleiman? Uh-oh. That's definitely
New York City, every code.
718. Damn. Let me see. Shh. It is Suleiman. Suleiman, what up? Going what? And he dropped. All right. Troy, Baltimore, talk to us.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
We
you
hear
know
you.
what? It's very hard for me to go against Tony Bellew because he's doing what
Because
every
you're a
other
sheep.
fighter says. No. I'm sorry, but I'm not Rob, so you're not going to slap me around. He's doing what he's doing what every other fighter says they want to do. He takes on the best, and he fights. He doesn't just talk about it. He takes them on. You understand me? Now,
Who is he taking on? Outside of this fight.
He's taking.
Outside of this fight.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters is the fight that's in front of you.
Okay.
It doesn't matter about anything else. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm not the Englishman. He's a gentleman. I'm a tyrant.
You are
So
not
you're
a tyrant.
So-
You are a liar.
Exactly,
You
I'm
are
not.
you are a liar that came on this show and said that
Exactly.
you seen a contract for Dominic Brazil and Deontay
I
Wilder.
never
We
said
would
that.
not.
I
We
never
will
said
never
that.
let you
I
live
never
that
said
down.
that.
You've never
I never-
apologized.
no.
Get out of here.
I never
Your credibility
said I
is
saw
shot.
a contract. I never said anything about contract. I said I heard from a good source that Dominic Brazil will be his next challenger. Never did I use the word contract. You added that in to suit yourself. But why are we talking about that?
Escrow or
To the
something like that.
topic at hand.
We're talking about credibility.
No. We're talking about present day, and you're time traveling backwards. Stay present day, brother. Please.
Credibility.
Okay. I have good credit. Remember? Anyway, stick to the topic at hand. What I'm saying is the reason why we should be discussing Bellew more and giving him more respect is because he fights when he says he's going to fight. He doesn't just say, I want to fight the best. He goes out and fights them.
Oh, he's you're such a clown.
Let me
I'm such a Jamaican. I got that. Right.
Yo, Rastaman, look, I gave Tony Bellew props. I'm like, yo, but when I look at his box rack, I'm like, damn, he lost against the competition.
Who are you?
I got you.
That's how I'm basing mine on.
Who just spoke?
Enrique Church, aka Superstar Legendary Baby.
Legendary Baby was good.
You know what I mean?
Okay, but
I don't like that.
Nesta.
He don't even want to talk
Nesta,
to you.
You know, wasn't it you that? Huh?
No, I'm just showing Enrique how you don't even want to answer his question. That's so rude of you. I thought you were a gentleman.
Man, because you were making so much noise, I couldn't hear the brother speak. So you know what did he say?
Repeat.
I said based off of I said I respect Tony Bellew, but based off his resume, based off your point of he steps up, he don't talk about it, he is about it. When he is about it, he catches the L. You know what I'm saying? 2 times. So and that's why Oleksandr Usyk, I don't know how his I don't know his power or any of that stuff, but I know he's the champion, and I'm going for Usyk. He beat up Hulk. I remember that fight.
Okay, well, you know, we can only talk about 2 fights with Bellew. The one the 2 that he had with Hay. Those put him in position to fight.
Marcos Huck.
Right?
Oh my God, Troy, man. I love Troy.
Those are the only 2 fights that we can talk about.
Stupid.
Because, you know, he was supposed to get killed by Hay twice, and he stepped up and did what he needed to do. I don't know about the rest of his record. I know it's kind of spotty and all that, but the simple point I'm making is other boxers say, okay,
let Deontay be knocked out in his career so you can hear Troy talk about him.
Okay, thank you for bringing him up, because I wasn't going to bring him up. But thank you for bringing him up. Let him fight somebody that will knock him out and see what happens. When has he fought somebody?
I thought you said Ortiz was going to do that. I thought you said Ortiz was going to do that when you called in. What happened?
I never said, oh my Lord, brother. You have all your shows recorded. All you got to do is contradict me with my own words. Which
No,
you cannot.
all you got to
That's why you have to add words to my words.
All you got to do is find the audio of you not saying it then.
No, you find the audio of your show.
Matter of
fact, find an audio of somebody not saying something.
Matter of fact, you punching after the bell. It ain't your go no more. The bell been run. How about that, Troy? Nah, but Troy, thanks for calling in. It's always fun. That's why I always give you extra time, as you can see. But we're gonna get out to Florida. Looks like we got a new caller or an old caller with a new number. I don't fucking know. We about to find out though. 561-503. First time caller. He got the radio playing in the background.
Lord, I'm telling you, greatest people in the world of Florida.
What?
561.
People in the world of Florida.
All right. Well, Florida not even listening. So we're going back to Suleiman and Scholar. What up, Scholar?
How you doing? How you doing?
We doing good, baby. What
Hello?
up? What up? What up?
So yeah, man, I agree with UK Rob, man. The guy has Tony Bellew has heavyweight power. He demonstrated twice, and he also attained the cruiserweight championship by power, by knocking out the dude when he became champion.
What dude?
He became
What
a
dude?
champion
What's his
in the
name?
Radis.
What's his name? What's his name?
He knocked out some African. He knocked out an African cat that he was fighting
Some
for the
African cat.
cruiserweight.
Some African cat. So that's what you're gonna say?
That's racist. That's not racist, man. That's not racist. He's from
So you want me to
He
believe
fought
that
and he
he's a
knocked him out.
champion, but you don't know who he fought? And the best thing you could come up with is that African
I'm not
guy.
I don't have box rec right now. but what
Let
I'm
me
saying
ask
is that the
Rob
guy
to
has
help
punching
you.
power.
Let me ask Rob to, because I can't pronounce that fucker's name either. Rob, what's his name?
Makubu.
What's his first
And to say he's from Africa isn't racist.
What's his first name? What's his first name?
I forget it.
Pronounce it, man. He has an African name, man.
Imagine
What I'm saying is that the guy knocked him out, became champion of the world. The blabbermouth was talking crap, and he knocked him out twice. Okay, David Haye. Everybody thought he was gonna lose to David Haye, and he beat the shit out of David Haye. His reflexes are good. Usyk, he lost to Sean Porter, man. He strategically picked the cruiserweight division because it was weak. Okay, and he became undisputed champion, and he's not gonna be nowhere in hell gonna fight Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder, and it's gonna be seen in this fight because the power is gonna play a mix. When he gets tapped on the chin by a real a puncher, he's gonna show it, man.
So he's getting knocked out. I'm about to put money on it. Y'all got me souped up.
No, he's gonna level, bro. He fought guys that were dubious, bro. He didn't fight a accomplished cruiserweight, okay, with punching power. But that's why, and he has pity pat punches, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's a pity pat punching dude, bro.
Yo,
he can't bring that to the
he's
heavyweight
Tyson
division.
Fury of the cruiserweight, Papa.
Yo, it's a big difference between Tyson Fury and Usyk. Tyson Fury is big.
Yeah, the big
He could
difference
box.
is Usyk throws more fucking punches.
I don't know, man.
You
I don't
don't
know,
know.
man. I'm going for Tony Bellew. Tony Bellew probably knock him out, get the belt, and
So
retire,
so
bro.
Marco
And he's gonna
Hook,
be a legend,
Marco
bro.
Hook isn't an accomplished cruiserweight? Because that's the word you
He's
use.
faded, bro.
No. Hold on a minute.
He's a faded fighter.
You said he never beat an accomplished cruiserweight. So Hook wasn't accomplished.
Who wasn't accomplished? Marco Hook was faded, man.
Okay,
Marco Hook was
okay.
faded.
So Suleiman, look, Papi. Papi, we don't gotta argue. We don't gotta argue. Marco Hook was faded, no problem. What about Krzysztof Golovkin? Was he fucking faded? Was he not fucking accomplished?
Okay, Krzysztof. Okay, who he beat? Marco
What
Hook?
the fuck?
He
Come on, bro.
He beat Marco Hook, man.
Bro, we can do this all night. We can do this all night.
Oh,
We could do this. Whoa.
Suleiman picks Bellew, and look what happened.
What's
I'm
going
at work.
on?
I'm at work right now, man. So I'm at work. I'm listening to the conversation, to the show, and I'm in a construction post right now. But what I'm saying is that the Marco Hook, he was faded, man. He had trouble with Oleksandr Povetkin. He lost on points. He tried to move up in weight, and then he went back down to cruiserweight.
Oleksandr Povetkin.
Yeah,
Last I checked, Oleksandr Povetkin is a heavyweight. Last I checked, Oleksandr Povetkin.
Yeah,
every time
heavyweight.
you could afford to test him, he pops positive. So if Marco Hook had a tight fight, because that was a tight fight. Yes or no? That was a tight fight. Yes.
Is David Haye not a heavyweight? Is David Haye not a heavyweight?
Yeah, he's another cruiserweight that went up to heavyweight and faded and got leveled, bro. That's what's gonna happen when Usyk goes in the ring. It's gonna be similar to what happened with David Haye, bro. he's gonna get leveled, bro. When he tastes that power, bro, it's gonna be over.
Well, Suleiman.
Okay, I just,
No, I was gonna say thanks for calling in, but go ahead.
All right, man. So thank you for having me on, man. And at the end of the day, UK Rob, what he should do is just talk more about the heavyweights, man. The UK got a lot of heavyweights, man. You got Sam Sexton. You got a lot of heavyweights. David
Sexton
Price.
just lost to Fury.
He bring a Sam Sexton.
So what, bro? You could put him with Cathy.
Fury just knocked Sam Sexton the fuck out.
Yo, he said,
beat by
he said put him in there with Cassius Chaney.
Cassius, go get that money. Easy bag.
Easy work. Point to the easy work, Suleiman.
Very quickly on Marco Hook.
All right, bro. Thanks for calling in.
On Marco Hook, why is he suspended by the New Jersey Athletic Control Board indefinitely?
I don't know, man. You know, BoxRec does that a lot. If you check a couple of fighters, you'll find like a dozen that says New Jersey or New York is suspended. I don't know. I think that's a BoxRec glitch. That's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
Anybody in the chat has noticed that, like seeing any fighter you look up, let us know in the chat because I've seen that. I've noticed that. You know, I stay on BoxRec.
It was on Wilder for a little while, wasn't it? And everyone was like, "Oh, is that why such and such isn't?" You know.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's on everybody. It's weird.
But I don't normally see it say indefinitely, but I don't know. But anyway.
So, anybody cares the Arthur Spielka's coming back?
Nope.
Damn. You know, Spielka turned down the Jarrell Miller fight. Like, it was supposed to be him and not Adamic.
I would too. he just got beat up by Jarrell Miller brother,
I'm
buddy.
about to Google it because I believe his handlers told me he was fighting Maurice Vach, but I never bothered to double check. Let's double check.
Adam Kornacki, I mean.
He's fighting Maurice Vach. That's good. That's good because that's a common opponent with Vladimir Klitschko, common opponent with Jarrell Miller. Even that dude Ekern Temper that I never watched because he tested positive, right? So I never got to watch him. But yeah, so that's a decent fight for Arthur Spielka.
I mean,
in Poland's probably big money in Poland for that. I can see why not take him. You know, I can see why not take the Jarrell Miller fight, and especially if you get this win. That's a common opponent with Miller. Maybe the Miller fight is a little bigger. Now Miller's going for a WBA regular. Who knows what Eddie could do here with this, you know? But yeah, I like that fight. I want to watch that fight.
Miller want AJ.
Who's gonna fucking and look, Rob? It says suspended by New York State Athletic Commission for indefinitely for Arthur Spielka as well. So I'm telling you, this shit is crazy.
So, hold on. I feel like
and it says the same thing for his opponent.
So hold on, Ness. I've seen that for fighters who've been knocked out in that state, such as Artur Spielka, they need to be cleared again. So if he hasn't, which didn't he fight in New York after that and got knocked out again, right?
You might be right. Maurice Vach got knocked out by Miller in Nassau Coliseum in New York Uniondale. Yeah, so you might be right.
But Hook won his last fight by TKO, and he's also got the same thing.
So
but I'm saying, has he?
Matter, man. Let's move on. That's back to it's probably a BoxRec bug. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. It's better. I mean, there's other topics that we didn't touch on because of the callers, and right now we don't have any more. So DeGale Chris Eubank Jr. still in the works, but likely for January 2019.
Eubank.
It looks like Showtime are going to be involved with that, or PBC.
And it's going to be in the UK on ITV. So it's still Chris Eubank's deal, but somehow Showtime is going to get to show it to us, which is cool for me. I'll say this.
Showtime are putting on, and ITV are going to be looking like they're going to be getting Showtime PBC fights.
Oh,
maybe.
You know why? And I know why. ITV took Box Nation because Box Nation doing business with ESPN.
And, apparently Joe Joyce is going to be quite a part of the plan for PBC to sort of make a push in the UK, because obviously Joe Joyce, UK and whatever.
Dennis Duggan said was going to go over and train with Chris Eubank for this fight too.
Joyce in the UK. So they're gonna be putting him in there with like Dave Allen's and shit. Because they gotta bring him, they gotta put him in with names that the UK are gonna want to buy tickets for. So it can't be like, I don't know. It's got to be people.
I don't know. And did you see, speaking of Joe Joyce, that feeling you get? So does that mean, was it Gerald Washington maybe signed up for it, or he's not going to be doing a tweet like that for Joe Hanks, right?
I mean, maybe, right? Because like you're on the hook. It's 3 weeks out. You still haven't gotten an opponent. So if someone finally signs, it doesn't matter at this point. You're like, I guess, surprise face. That was the whole point of his post. Was like, yo, look at my surprise face when you finally get a signed contract.
Bro, what if it's FA?
Nah, FA is December 22nd. Plus, you know, I'm talking to Ronnie Shields a lot. Ronnie was supposed to be on the show. He texted me at 7:41, said, yo, are we still on? And it's like, dude, by the time I seen that text at 7:41, so yeah, we fucked up.
Should have passed it on to me. I would have had it for you.
Yeah.
Assist Jordan style.
Well, it looks like it's that time to let Rob off the hook. All he can do now is wait. 48-hour wait. I'm going to put some money on it, man. Yo, listen, tune in to our betting show, so make sure you subscribe to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. The betting show has none of this hate. There will be none of that. It's only going to be logical boxing thinking, looking for a possible winner for Usyk-Bellew, but to win money. Not winner, win money. Together, we can do that. We have been doing that. So let's continue.
And also, one day every week in the morning, we will be taking fans' questions, and we'll be trying to like give out the best answers that we can.
Yo, I was gonna put that video. I'm like, yo, Mike is trying to whore me out for one.
I was trying to whore you out?
Yeah.
What you mean?
He's like, yo, and by the way, Ness needs a fight. So
yeah, I mean, everybody say you ducking.
Somebody sign up, and it's like, oh, hold up. First of all, I got to fight.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Didn't dude call into the show and call me out? I took that because I'm no pussy. You know, my name ain't AJ. And thirdly, secondly, is like, yo, people could sign up, but like, I'm AJ in the sense that you don't see AJ fighting Cassius Choney or fucking Gerald Miller. Like, you don't just fight the bottom of the fucking barrel. Somebody that signed up today don't get a shot at the king. Hold on 1 second, B.
Oh shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I do apologize. There you go. I knew it.
Unlike Rob, I earned this motherfucker in the ring. Unlike AJ, this wasn't no vacant title. This the real deal.
That fake bout.
He beat fucking Charles Martin.
Yes, for the real gold one.
I beat Zach fucking Kramer. Okay, I beat for this right here.
Soundbite. Play the soundbite.
He got 2 knockdowns, all right? So, and he was fucking like 20 years younger than me. So if any of you pussies want some sauce, if any of you pussies think I'm sweet, go ahead. YouTube.com/The Boxing Voice. There's a hyperlink right there that'll take you to the website or directly to Patreon, and you can see me whooping ass on 2 24-year-olds, all right? Because I like them young. I like them young when y'all think y'all tough, when y'all wet behind the ears like fucking the guy on the left over there with the Rock Nations hat who talks mad shit, but as soon as we said you signing up the border, I'm 210 pounds, 5'8". That means you fat, fucker. Lose some weight. I'm your host, Nestor Gibbs. IBF fucking champ of Border Wars. I'm in every fucking city, every fucking country.
You ain't in fucking every country.
Do shit. None of this fucking UK guy's been talking shit all day. He's the main one duck me. He ain't even fucking come see me in the UK.
Come where it's popping.
You knew what would happen to you.
Super chat. Get Nez back over here, and I'll take him around that ring and take that belt.
Look at another pussy getting Nez back over here. Does AJ come to the US to fight fucking Deontay Wilder, or does Deontay Wilder gotta go over there? Bring your pussy ass over
You
here.
can't go over here. Wilder's got to come over here if he's got.
Exactly. So whoever wants to fight me got to come over here.
Yeah, but you ain't AJ. I'm AJ.
Right?
I'm the AJ. Apparently, I'm the duck that has to get everyone to come to him. So come, bring your plastic belt, and we'll fight for it.
You trying to get him in the ring, Rob? You want to get him in the ring, Rob?
He don't want this shit. He don't want no fucking Rob.
What's the worst can happen? I get.
Look at him.
The worst can happen that every time
before you get here.
The worst that can happen is that every time we argue on this show, I just play the instant replay of me knocking your ass out. That's the worst that can happen.
You ain't knocked anyone out yet.
But guess what? I ain't knocked anyone out, but I got a fucking knockdown streak. So you know what comes with a knockdown? A knockout.
You want to be Wilder, but you don't crack like Wilder. That's the trouble.
I don't got to be nobody. I know if you ever sign a dotted line, I will quit smoking to whoop your ass, knock your head back to women.
I will sign the dotted line just for that reason.
Well, then you make sure you sign it because I'm the fucking AJ of this show, and you got to come to the U.S. We ain't fighting in no fucking UK.
I'm training Rob.
Where there's a nine knockdown rule, you know? You only go to 9 and then count you out. Fuck no. I'm the champ. You got to come to my hometown.
All right, yeah.
The money's not over there, man.
More people will be here to watch it.
The money's in the UK.
More people here will watch it.
No, the bottom line is we got a date. January 19th, I got a date and I got a fight. And you know, Rob could pay step aside. Rob could pay step aside money if he want me to fight him. We could get some money for Shaggy, move him out the way, let him die with somebody else, and then Rob will have somebody to die with.
Nah, you just keep building your Wilder resume. It's cool.
Exactly.
Bums, fucking Shaggy. What fucking fight is called Shaggy? Jesus Christ.
Yo, all these UK pussies talking about, oh, come to the UK. Man, I was in Sheffield. I was in fucking Manchester. Where you at?
They're quite places. You're gonna have to narrow it down.
I was in the gym with Ingle. Where were you at?
The bet was hiding.
I was over there with Johnny Nelson. He was showing me how to throw my jab better. Where you was at? Talking about. All your favorite fighters is my boys. They listen to this show. Shut up.
Hey, man.
My eye puffy from Spawn.
Look at it. Nah, it ain't. It's because you got fucking Wilder's old penis in your face.
Damn.
That's an STD.
Robbie's so mad. Yo. This my eye swollen like AJ's when he fought Takum.
Like Martin when he fought a Tommy Hearns. Fucked up.
Look at Eric Cruz talking about, I'm coming for them belts. No one is safe. Meanwhile, his last fight was at heavyweight, but he'd rather lose weight. Motherfuckers know who's great at. Yo, and I'm 40 years old and they still scared of me. They still scared. And I'm doing it smoking. I fucking smoke a whole blunt before I go spar. I did Rob sign up. Knock his fucking head back to Wembley.
We gonna do VADA. We're gonna do VADA then, yeah.
At Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Hey Rob, make sure you tell your wife this is all fun and games. She gonna be like, that fucking Nestor, I hate him.
Man, I ain't got nothing but at Gross1911 on IG and at Gross2312 on Twitter. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, she might be like, nah, I don't want you to fight, and then might have heard this show and then knock his fucking head off. Yeah, so yeah, UK Rob TBV. You'll find me there Saturday, gloating on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll be here. I'm sure we'll be doing a live fight chat, won't we?
Yo, Mikey T said, Ness, you're what's called the journeyman. That's true. That's true. Like, literally, that's true. But these young punks can't beat me.
So, yeah, we're doing a live fight chat on Saturday.
Hell yeah. For Bellew?
So confident, bro.
I'm doing a live fight chat. Just, make sure you come in with, good energy.
I'll be fine. I'm going to be nothing but good energy when Bellew sits the fucking idiot on his ass. But, yeah, I'm going to make 700 quid doing it as well. So, all good. Over to whoever.
The chat is hilarious. Some people like, damn, I thought you was 30. Some people like, I'm 40 and look younger than Ness. Fuck out of here. Sign up then, pussy. Sign up.
Everyone looks younger than me right now, so it's all good. And I'm 40 as well. Tougher paper round.
That's right. Me and Rob is a perfect fight on paper.
Paper champ.
On paper.
Paper champ.
You get in that ring, he's dead. Meat.
What's the worst that can happen?
I told you already. Everybody get their social media so we can leave. Come on, man.
Fighter IQ, media, Twitter, Instagram. Get the Rob and Ness border wars going. I want to see it. That's all.
He can't lose to a sheep. He'd have to shut the channel down.
Yo, that border wars would be huge. The first time I fight a UK dude, I already beat up a Canadian. I'll take a UK on.
Please let it happen. I'll commentate.
Hey yo, I'm international. I beat a Canadian, and for all you fucking Mexicans out there, I already beat one too. And he was 24, and he was big as me. What?
And follow my boy Legendary Baby at Fight Talk on IG. Shout out to my boy Legendary Baby.
And the beauty about all the shit I talk is on video. You don't believe me? Go look at it though.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ringwalk Danny. Coming to a city near you.
Danny, why they call you Ringwalk, baby?
You know,
because he stay on the outside of the ring, never in the inside, because he fat.
Because he walks to get a ring donut.
Yeah, man, I'm talking to the bubble. Y'all should know.
No, but dog, nobody's safe. Border Wars got a date. Nobody's safe. I can't fight everybody, but I could find you a fight quick.
Hey Rob, find me one of them UK bums. Give me a nice size motherfucker too. No.
No. Why's Danny got a Christmas jumper on? What the fuck?
Nah, it's doing a dab though, so he could get that off. And it's Christmas season, right? December 1st, start Christmas season.
You can't do that, man. Nigga,
Danny, don't let Rob. You can't let him do this to you, Danny. You got more fire than this.
Hey,
new one, baby.
For the 8th.
Yo, everybody, y'all talk. Yeah, that's who I want. I want fucking Coogan. Tell him, pay-per-view. I'm gonna beat Rob's ass to build up the Coogan fight, because they gon' all your little UK pussies gonna see me pounding on Rob, and y'all gonna feel sorry. So then they gonna get
Coogan head.
It's just
you said
Coogan doing pad work. I'll eat him.
You said January 19th.
Well, now we can't do it. We actually said in the Border Wars chat the January 9th we can, because that's supposed to be Pacquiao. But we did say maybe the 18th, which is the day before, because we still gonna do it in Jersey.
Okay.
The fight's gonna be in Vegas, but y'all gonna do the shit in Jersey. You make a lot of fucking sense there.
We're doing our own thing. We don't live off of Pacquiao and Braun. The Border Wars is its own thing. We in our 4th season and it's thriving.
It's not. Isn't it Border Wars 3? I don't fucking know anymore. It's like Border Wars 9 million at the moment in that chat.
Listen, you wouldn't fucking know because you never signed up. You ain't never fought.
I never signed up. I have to read the shit every fucking minute of the day.
You never fucking fought.
I've seen it all. I've seen fucking Jose call every member out and not fight any fucker. I've seen you saying you're gonna.
He got the balls to get in the ring with someone 40 pounds heavier than him. That's why he can call anybody out.
Someone called Nez a cherry picker, and he left the chat. He had to be coaxed back into it.
Call me whatever you like. We could call you never competed.
You just gotta come and get it.
Never competed.
Come and get it.
Strap season, pussy. Titles over here.
Fuck that. If you want to fill some seats, do it here. We all know that. You want to sell out? Let's do it here.
We don't want your $10 tickets.
Yeah, but you just don't want to be seen by all the sheep.
Patreon pay-per-views, they worth more than your $10 ticket.
Well, come on, I'm just a sheep.
Yo, I hear AJ excuses. You hear this shit? Yo, like, what more you want, bro? You got a shot at the champ. You want it or you don't.
I'm only a sheep. Come on, you could beat a sheep, right?
Yo, I'm telling you, I'm gonna start with Rob. Yo, check out my game plan, Mike. I'm gonna beat the brakes off Rob, right? Then they gonna get me the Coogan fight. That's gonna be YouTube pay-per-view. And then we gonna finish it live on DAZN, me and Eddie Hearn. It's going down. All right, but we out, man. That's enough. Enough back and forth. We gotta go.
Shut it! Have you been smoking something?
Nah. You're right. I did get the belt like Martin. You're right. I did get the belt like Martin. I did fight for a vacant title, but like Rob said earlier in the show, you got to start somewhere.
Who puffed your eye up?
Yo, I was spawned Zilly Zang Bang.
Zilly Zang Bang. Oh, okay.
Know what I mean? That's all I know. I've actually sparred pros, so I ain't worried. Rob.
You look like you're
oh God. Fat Apple said I would demand 60-40 in my favor. And then say it's not a duck. Yo, peace, man. We out. Gotta go.
Who's saying?